Let's go. Hey y'all, it's Saturday night, and I was in the mood for a little impromptu stream. Wanted to play some Live Alive, so I went live with Live Alive. Or Live Alive, I'm not sure which one it is. Anyway, doing some Live Alive tonight, hopefully y'all will enjoy it. Let me say, by the way, since the last stream, I want to thank Zedatic and Chester Dwight for following. Thanks for that. You too, much obliged. Also, I'd like to show off real quick at the start here the schedule for next week, which might be mislabeled on this little page. Might say this week, this coming week, you know what I mean. Let me pull that up real fast. That's right, this week's schedule. Monday and Thursday this week, I'm going to do Link Between Worlds, DK Jungle Beat, and Mario Maker viewer levels. And there's going to be no Friday stream this week on account of the big stream on Saturday, which should be fun. But on Tuesday, I'm doing an extra stream where I check out the brand new Hitman 3 map that'll be coming out on Tuesday. That should be a bit of fun. That'll be around 9 p.m. Central, as per usual. You know, my usual stream time, except on Fridays. Saturday, of course, is going to be a big stream. The big payout Celebrafest, where, you know, celebrating the first payout I ever got, I ever will get. The first one I got, first payout, not necessarily the last, of course, but like the first one, celebrating it in style. That'll be Saturday, and I got a bunch of stuff lined up. Thanks to Lemmy Koopa's debt being paid off last stream during Mario Maker viewer levels, we are now locked in for Lemmy Koopa's Revenge for that, so that's pretty good. We also have lined up viewer levels all lightning round, DK64 randomizer with turbo settings, Simpsons Hit and Run with only 5 retries allowed, and then some casual TTYD casual replay, and maybe a watch party. And I'll start at 2 p.m. Central and go likely for the rest of the day, rest into the night. Should be a good time. Y'all come back on that time next Saturday if you want to see some stuff. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to check out some Live Alive. I've been looking forward to this one. It looks pretty good from the things. Let's go into settings. I haven't checked any of this shit out. Yeah, I see no reason to change all this. Defaults are fine. What's in graphics? That's all fine. Language. Yeah, I see no reason to change that. You can have English voices. I'm sure the volume is fine. Alright, let's go. Now, I understand this game has, like, different choices you can make. Like, you can choose to play it from different perspectives, different things. I've heard there's, you know, okay, here we go. There's a cowboy, obviously. There's a samurai. Let's see how our choices is. Okay, so there's... Okay, here we go. We can start in the distant future. This is some sort of robot man. Here's what I was thinking. Just like sight unseen. I heard there was an astronaut. It's sort of like a NASA situation where it's just like, you know, you're playing as Lance Armstrong or some shit, you know, moon mission type shit, and maybe it's like that meme where the astronaut has a gun. Is basically what I'm picturing. But maybe not. That doesn't exactly look like a NASA astronaut, does it? Anyway. So let's see, we got Distant Future, some sort of weird robot guy with glasses. Twilight of Edo, Japan. Just maybe not a samurai, just a ninja. Some sort of shinobi type. Imperial China, you're playing as a martial artist, you look like some wizened master, you know, that'd be appropriate. Present day, you're a UFC boxer. Prehistory, or sort of like what's her name in Chrono Trigger? You're playing as that sort of type, caveman. Wild West, cowboy. The near future. What the fuck? How is that the near future? That looks like... Okay, well that looks more like near future. Me. You're playing as like a Pokemon trainer looking motherfucker. Distant future. What do y'all think? What are we thinking? I was thinking astronaut, but Is this guy an astronaut? I can't tell. He just looks more like a little robot. Looks like an R2-D2. Looks like that little, not like R2-D2. He looks more like halfway between R2-D2 and the spear robot from the sequel movies. What's this guy's deal? Near future. I guess this guy's just like some teenager in like high school. That's what my guess is. UFC boxer. I'm tempted to go with near future, even though I don't know what this guy is. Like, just to see what their idea of near future is. Imperial China also sounds cool, you know, sort of running around as a martial arts guy. That's cool. You know what? Let's go with what I was saying originally. This guy is some sort of astronaut, I guess. Oh, wait. We can get descriptions for each one of these. Okay, let's read them. One by one. Far from Earth, in the vast void of space, the transport freighter Cogito Ergo Sum slowly makes its way home. Aboard this tiny vessel, a new form of life is born. X. Alas, as a series of incidents puts the safety and well-being of the ship's crew in jeopardy, the autonomous support unit, but recently built by the engineer Kato, must work together with its creator to ensure all is not lost. Okay. So there's humans in this ship. You're just playing as the one robot. Okay, let's see this one. It is an age of strife and bloodshed, which threatens to consume an entire nation. In the shadows cast by the fires of chaos, a shinobi is given a mission of paramount importance. Into a castle filled with deadly traps and wary enemies he must venture, and that he might free a prisoner of singular talents. Yet, will the shinobi carry out his task with a merciful heart, or will he put every enemy to the sword? That's cool. Okay, let's see this one. An old Chinese master nearing the end of his life yearns to preserve his kung fu, for future generations. With this purpose does he venture forth from his home upon Mount Aspiration, in search of a worthy successor to his legacy. Once he has gathered the 3 disciples, he will subject them to relentless training, strengthen his body, enhance their reflexes, and lock true potentials. Of these 3, who will rise to the occasion and become the next Shifu? I'm liking Kung Fu Panda. I like Kung Fu Panda. Shifu is what one character calls the other one. I guess the master. Isn't his name Shifu? One of the characters' name just literally Shifu. No, there's Master Oogway. Isn't the little red panda named Shifu? Red Panda, Kung Fu Panda. What's his name? Yeah, it's Shifu. That's the name of that character. It's also a rank, apparently, huh? Well, I guess that makes sense. They named him that. What does Oogway mean? Oogway. Does that mean something? Oogway? What does Oogway mean? Let's see. Doesn't mean anything. I love Kung Fu Panda, by the way. I could watch that movie anytime. Now, martial arts, I guess in general, like, I've probably not seen enough of it for how much the movies that I have seen with it I love, right? Like Kung Fu Panda. Hey, Trebucket, how's it going? I'm checking out this here game, Live Alive. And I'm looking at Kung Fu Panda trivia because I just saw in the description of this guy's thing, it says that who will rise to become the next Shifu. So Shifu is a rank, but Shifu is also a character in Kung Fu Panda. It's the red panda that's Poe's master. And I'm wondering what Oogway means. I don't think it means anything, actually. Or maybe it's just, thing, I wonder. I'm not seeing it on the wiki, though. Yeah. Probably doesn't mean anything. Good to see you, Trebucket. Okay, let's see. Present day. To become the world's strongest fighter, the best of the best, a dream shared by many, but one warrior believes he truly has what it takes to claim the title. By making the skills of others master wait, by making the skills of other masters his own, he intends to prove himself. Muay Thai or Muay Thai, professional wrestling, lucha libre, Kopo, Samo, and Sumo, the most powerful techniques, storied traditions he will learn. All he needs to do is bait his opponents into revealing their secrets. That sounds fascinating. That sounds like a good... That's just like a setup for a good old-fashioned sports anime right there. What's the deal with this guy? In a forgotten era before kings and kingdoms, a young man comes of age and is given permission by his tribe's stern elder to go first and hunt, together with his best friend Gory. Bereft of spoken words, they rely on senses to survive, in particular, sense of smell. Smelling stuff. Guided by their noses, they track game and find shelter and learn much of this world and its dangers. The Wild West, the American frontier, is a place of foolish dreams and dashed hopes. A tired soul rides into a dying town terrorized by outlaws. Success, they call it, though to look at it now, none can imagine why. Against a gang of villains, a lone gunslinger stands no chance, but perhaps by working together with the locals to prepare traps before the crazy bunch arrives, one man may yet make a difference. That sounds like just good old-fashioned Western. Okay, what's this guy's deal? One day soon, but not yet, rebellious youth lives a hard life, getting into trouble and picking fights because he knows what others are thinking. What? He knows what others are thinking. Is he telepathic? Spy X Family? A tough routine, but one which he has grown accustomed. However, his power eventually leads him to be involved in a dark conspiracy, which can only be stopped through the resurrection of an ancient robot king, the Steel Titan. Okay, this one just sounds like, just like a weirdo, like a very oddball anime with a lot going on. My thought so far is either Imperial China or present day. I like the sound of the martial arts too. Like, this guy is out there, he's picking up techniques from people he's beating. That's cool. This guy's out here looking for an apprentice. That's also cool. Trubucket, you're here. Do you have any preference between the two? What are you thinking? Let me read the Imperial China one again. An old Chinese master nearing the end of his life yearns to preserve his kung fu for future generations. With that purpose, he ventures forth from his home upon Mount Aspiration to search for worthy successors. So not really any bad guys, he's just looking for people. He's just looking for talent. What do you think? And any preference? Modern day sounds like Ryu from Street Fighter. I might lean for Imperial China though. Yeah, okay. I was thinking Imperial China as well. Just based on like I like martial arts stuff. I like Kung Fu Panda. I like Jackie Chan Adventures. Jackie Chan Adventures is really good. I haven't watched a ton of Jackie Chan movies, but I loved Jackie Chan Adventures as a kid. Just like some good well-animated martial arts, really fun, like adventuring and such. What more could you want in a animated television show? Ha! Let's play this guy. Hoo ha! Ranged attacks. Some attacks can penetrate a target and hit an initial one behind him. Others can hit all enemies in a line. Take advantage of this stuff. It's good to know. I have seen just a tiny bit of this game, and I know it's kind of a tactics game. You gotta move your...
All fades from memory.
Let's listen to the man. I guess all the characters are dudes.
Nevertheless, for the sake of future generations, an old man labors tirelessly to preserve
Hell
his
yeah.
legacy.
And we are that old man. Oof.
A powerful martial art.
Kung Fu. Eastern Heart Shifu. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Y'all think that looks good? Earthen Heart. Earthen, sorry. Not Eastern. Eastern Heart Shifu. Let's go. If you change the names, you probably like would forget what exactly the deal was with each one. Well, I guess they have different character designers for each region. But they just look like, just look like dudes. Don't know why you need a character designer. That's a silly thing to say. I know every.
Unwavering as the earth, and a mind tranquil as flowing water.
I like this guy's look. Looks like a
Yet gentle streams may
Kung Fu
surge
master.
with such strength to shatter even hardened stone.
Oh, whoa, look at that. Oh, he's pretty good.
To cultivate the soul and surpass.
That's the thing, right? You do like a fist and
To
a.
strive for something greater than oneself.
Yeah, buddy.
That was his kung fu.
Hell yeah. I like Kung Fu. Kung Fu is very cool. I know there's. I think like the idea now is that there's perhaps more practical martial arts. In terms of like actual fights. But Kung Fu is beautiful.
It's as I feared.
I didn't know this was fully voice acted. Well, probably not fully, but, partially.
I've not a moment to lose.
How's the
I
volume,
must
by the
use
way?
what time is left to me.
Looks
to
good
find
from
and train
from
the
my end.
disciple. A young prodigy, as strong in body as young in spirit. A worthy successor to
Good.
my heart.
Yeah, we're all looking for a worthy successor. We all look around and go like, oh, what I want in life is a worthy successor. We all want that. Let's go, let's go, let's find us some dudes, and we'll trade them and all their business. Don't know how this turns into a story where we're going to be fighting people, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Also, I have no idea right now.
That the Shifu began his search for a young heir.
No idea how these all connect together in the end. I'm kind of curious to find out because, like, yeah, there are
Long had it been
entirely
since he
different
last
eras and stuff.
ventured down from the mountains.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You got a radar, okay. Route to unexplored area, route to explored area, route to current objective, and current objective. Okay. Just remember, white we haven't been there, blue we have been, and orange is objectives. Gotcha. We can turn it off. When you wish to quit the current chapter and play a different one, access settings via the main menu and return to chapter select. And you will resume from your last save if you switch. Okay, good. Okay, easy enough. So if we want to check out a different one, like later on, we can absolutely do that. We can switch things up midstream. Ah, if it isn't a pair of weathered boots. Ah, if it isn't a pair of boots. That's a funny way to do collecting items. Ah, if it isn't a pork bun. Yes, I seem to have found a pork bun in this pot. Ah, if it isn't a set of weathered garments. I found another set of weathered garments. That's good. Another bean bun. Nothing there. No. I should probably put on... Can I pause? How do you pause? Oh, X button. X button is main menu. Equipment, let's do that. I got my Iron Fist as my weapon. Right? Oh. I can just hit X to do recommended equipment. That's pretty smooth, actually. A lot of games, you sort of have to, think about what you're equipping, right? Or if there's systems that are complicated, it's a whole thing. But this game, you can just hit a button. It's like, yeah, just take care of it. I don't need to know. Just equip the best thing. I wonder, you know what it must be? It must be that everyone has a different, like, pickup text. Let's go to the summit just for shits and giggles and see what's up there. Maybe there'll be a little bit of training up here. This is where I do my training. Up on the mountain. There's a mountain in Kung Fu Panda too. Mountains are very important in Kung Fu. I know that. Can you do like poses or stuff? I'm hitting multiple buttons. I don't think you can like, you know, do some poses on top of the mountain. Do some training. I think we have to go to the plot. Let's go to the plot. Looks nice though. My understanding is this is kind of similar to like Octopath Traveler, which I'll admit I didn't play. I played a little bit of the demo but didn't buy it. But that game is also a game where there's like 8 stories unfolding and you can do any of them in any order. Or you can start with anyone, I think. And eventually they all tie together. Or some of them do, I'm not really sure. Interesting idea. There are interrupting abilities. I didn't get to read it. That went too fast. Let's go find us an apprentice. Southwest Wong Village, northeast Yunka, west is the Bamboo Forest. Let's see what the Bamboo Forest looks like. I know that I've been to a Bamboo Forest once. You beat 3 of the 4 stories in Octopath Travelers. Game is good, but there's a little bit of integration between the 8 tales. Gotcha. Little bit as in a good way, though, right? Beating one of the do I want to? I think we do. We want to fight the tiger. Let's go ahead and prove our martial arts prowess by fighting a wild tiger. This is good music. Okay. Okay. There's a lot here. Let's just see how it is. Uh-oh. If I'm moving around, I'm using up my time, aren't I? Maybe I need to be thinking about this. Okay, so I can attack like next to Lion's Dismissal. I gotta attack that goes diagonally. Music here is very impressive. Yes, I agree. Okay, Traveler's First Step. Humble an enemy with a swift kick that leaves them frightened. Toy with an enemy with a playful punch before retreating a few steps. So I punch him and I step back.
You did well.
Huh. He has a lot of moves. I guess I should have expected that from like a martial arts master. What was that? Someone slipped behind me. No more than a weed. If it isn't a tuft of nature's providence. I like how there's someone here. Someone is following me. I like how characterful a lot of this is, right? Like, you could sort of get, just by the dialogue that comes up when you pick up something, you can get a feel for this guy's vibes, right?
Not so fast.
Oh. Hey.
An old man should know better than to walk alone in the woods. Hand over your money.
I can say very well, take this. And I'll say,
I
I'm
am afraid
I have nothing for you.
What was that?
Yeah,
I said
cocky
I have
backed it.
nothing to offer. Nothing to offer that you would appreciate, that is.
That right. Don't think I'll go easy on you because of your age. In fact, I think your long life ends today!
I don't know about that. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna really impress this person. What? I feel like I'm wasting some time here. Okay, so every move I take, their bars are going up, so I can see when they can act next. I didn't read what this does, so let's see.
Take that!
Not quite.
What was that?
Okay, so the bar filled up. I want to do... What does this do? Misdirect enemies with flowing movement before executing a fury of blows to hinder their martial and agile techniques. So basically it makes it so that these guys are more likely to miss. And that's why she missed her attack. Let's see. Chipmunk's Delight. Close the gap between a distant enemy. We don't need that. What we need is this. Let's scold an enemy.
No.
There we go. And we'll do Monkey's Withdrawer.
The monkey's speed is mine.
Oh shit. She was not dead by that. Okay, one more thing. We'll do let's see. Lion's Dismissal. Diagonal attack.
You did well.
Did we just kill that person? She has a halo above her now. I don't think so.
How could this happen?
No, she's
How could I
fine.
lose to this fool 4 times my age?
The young would do well not to disrespect their elders, nor underestimate their skill. I must say, I'm impressed by your speed and agility.
Yeah, it's pretty
Might you
impressive.
consider abandoning this life of banditry and
Become one of
instead
my heirs.
allow me to teach you my kung fu?
Piss off, old man.
Okay, you're not one of them.
Oh, it's going to eat at me, not knowing how you run so easily.
Kung Fu!
Fine.
Kung Fu.
I accept.
Hell
Let's see
yeah.
what's so great about your kung fu. But don't misunderstand me. You're not my shifu, and I'm not your student.
She's, tsundere. Got it.
Once I've learned your secrets, I'll get my revenge on you.
Very cool.
You've a lot of spirit, young lady.
Hell yeah, I appreciate.
Oh, I'm no lady. I'm Lei Kugo. And
Yep.
don't you forget it.
Lei Kugo.
You may rest assured that I will not. It is a good, strong name, worthy of pride.
I'm Eastern Heart
But
Shifu.
pride will lead you astray
How you
if you
doing?
let it, as it did not so long ago.
Yeah.
Quick with the retorts, aren't you? Lead on then. We'll see if you're as good as you say.
Yeah, she's now in our crew. She's now in our posse, so I guess that means that if we get into another fight, we'll have her at our side. Let's see. Bring up the inventory again, see if there's anything I can equip on her. Oh, look at that. She can do with some weathered garments. I put some clothes on her. That's very nice of me. I think we're gonna fight a tiger together, as you do when you're in, Imperial Japan or Imperial China. Sorry. Okay, let's go get close and go ahead and do this thing. I'm gonna do Monkey's Withdrawal, just to be all careful and shit. What's her stuff? Okay. Rake an enemy with the swiftness of a monkey. Dance around an enemy while bombarding them with kicks. Okay, so that's a long range thing. Serpent Strike. Catch Reproach. What's the highest? This is a fast one, but it's pretty far away. I think we want to do the Serpent Strike right there. The tiger's almost dead. Traveler's First Step.
The longest journey begins with but a single step.
So far, it seems
You
like
did well.
you have a lot of options in how to approach this, so I'm not really sure, what is the most effective thing to do. I guess that's just me starting as a martial arts master who has already learned a lot of the moves that you need to do business out here in the Fist Fortress. What's this deal? Hey. Okay, we're not allowed here. We were probably going to go to town originally, but we went into the forest and met with a lady. I just fought this guy, so I don't want to fight him again. I mean, I fought his brother. You know, the brother. They're pretty similar. They're pretty similar. All right, now watch and be amazed. Let's see. I want to do. There's like a ranged one, isn't there? Yes, Chipmunk's just delight. Let's go.
I see.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, what about this one? Kingfisher's is vulnerable to that. Nice. Jumps in, and then does a thing, and then returns.
You're all
So that's good to use at someone at range, or someone who is a close range fighter. You can use that and you know, pop them a couple. It's a fruit of this, a fruit of that. Tuft of nature's whatever. Let's go into town, see what's up. Hey, buddy. Of the other ones, I think like probably the one that's gonna be like most popular, I think, is I reckon it's gonna be the Old West one, right? Like, who could say no to the Old West? Not me, that's for sure. Do a Serpent Strike here. Is that enough to kill? Yes, it is. You're pretty good.
That's the stuff.
Lake Hugo, pretty good. I wonder if level 10 is the maximum level, because it doesn't seem like my my Kung Fu Master is gaining any levels. Western chapter is surely be popular with Western gaming audience. You don't think that Japan likes cowboys too? I mean, Flint's a cowboy. Flint in Mother 3. I guess I don't know how popular Mother 3 is. Not too popular. But like, it's not like there aren't games from Japan that have like cool cowboys running around. You know, just because like, man, cowboy hats, they're cool. It's a cool aesthetic. Yun's been acting strangely ever since his grandmother caught the sickness. If it's stomach cramps, then let's see, what would be good? Probably a medical herb? Or maybe Nature's Providence. I'm gonna say Nature's Providence because I have a bunch of them. Hell yeah, that was correct. Red bean bun in exchange for our good deed. That's good. Let's see. Oh, with stomach cramps, you need some Nature's Providence.
Wait.
Oh, is this someone?
Sorry about that.
You're another one of our disciples. I can tell because you have pink hair. And that person just picked my wallet, didn't they?
So, and my apologies.
Yoon.
He's a kind and maybe it's just a phase. He lost his parents when he was young, and while I did my best, there's no making up for that.
I think he might have pickpocketed me there. But maybe that was just him being rude. Here, you need some Nature's Providence. Everyone here needs some Nature's Providence. So it's really good for this stuff. Everyone here has stomach cramps. Ooh, that looked like some sort of helmet. At least the icon did. You don't need any Nature's Providence, huh? Okay. You could be it as well.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey, that guy looks like he's gonna fight multiple
Well,
people.
Don't. Okay. No. No. This won't do at all. You need to learn to pick your targets better.
Oh.
Now,
I think he tried to pickpocket us.
don't just stand there. Get.
and he's being told off like, you need to pick someone a little richer to pickpocket.
No. What was that? I did what you told me to do because I was too scared to refuse. But enough is enough. I told myself it was for her. Too sick to work now, even. But these poor people, they're someone else's elders. I can't keep stealing from them.
That's cool.
I'll give you a chance to apologize for your disrespect.
It'd be cool if the text
You're not worthy of respect.
went slower or
I'll
faster
not
to like
live my
match the
life
the
as a
voice
whipped dog
acting.
for a bastard like you.
Like I think in Mother 3 I heard was
But you
watching a video
will.
on that the other day.
You will learn to accept
In Mother 3
your
they have it
place in
so
this
that
world.
they can slow it down or speed it up based on like what exactly is being said, you know, to make it more emotional or whatnot.
No.
I think it would be good here as well.
Apologize before I lose my temper.
I don't know if
No.
that's like complicated or nothing, but they figured it out on the Game Boy, so
Ungrateful whelp.
hey, we're
Walk away,
gonna
old man.
pardon me. Hello, I am here.
What do you want?
Tell me, do you believe yourself stronger than this boy?
A stupid question.
And yet, in truth, you and your associates are rather weaker.
All right,
Are you blind?
they are some buff boys.
The great Sun Tzu Wen. And tell me I am not 1,000 times the man he will ever be.
I do not deny that you have an impressive physique.
Yeah, they are some buff boys.
However, true strength is not derived from the body alone.
Very wise.
That is why I believe this boy to have greater potential than all of you combined.
That boy, he is strong. He is strong of spirit.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Yes. Time for a fight.
True strength flows from the heart.
Let's go. Let's show him some true strength from the heart. Look at these guys. They're ready to go. They got some kung fu arts as well. What is that? What is that pose? Oh well, I'm doing one too. I shouldn't move around without thinking about it. What does turn do? Oh well, it's using up my time, so I shouldn't do it. Lion's dismissal.
This is your last chance to beg for forgiveness.
Well, this guy is weak to the monkey's withdrawal.
The monkey's
How do you
speed
do
is
that?
mine.
Think you're winning, do you? Come here!
Stone throw. Ooh, guys threw a stone at me, but I countered it.
Miss, but
I guess I threw the stone back. Let's use Chipmunk's Delight.
How'd you do that? Now you're making me mad!
It's called Chipmunk's Delight.
Ha!
We'll use Chipmunk's Delight again. Guy continues to be at the range for Chipmunk's Delight.
As a chipmunk,
I don't believe it!
What is that?
you did well.
Turn into mist.
Ooh.
Wait. I recognize. Me too. He knows kung fu.
That's right. That's the Earthen Heart.
Shifu.
It's the Shifu.
Him?
That's right.
I
I am
forgive
he.
me, Shifu! Forgive me!
This guy's gotta say like, yes, it's all cool.
Brother!
So long as you humble yourself for the Shifu, it's probably good. He's
You
a
should
humble
be
man.
proud, young man.
But how can you say that? I stole your money.
Yeah, I figured that.
Uh, Your money. Here, take it.
Thank you. Remember the strengths of spirit you found today.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Come be my
wait.
my
Please
apprentice.
accept me as your disciple.
Okay. I'm gonna sigh, and I'm gonna accept him.
I see. I'm not surprised. A weakling like me doesn't have. I'm sorry for stealing from you.
No, that's not it. Wait, is that guy not actually accepting him as our disciple? I thought he was a shoo-in. I think we have to run after him now. Let's run after him and do a thing. Whoever, there's there's multiple objectives here, but one of them is up these hills. There you are, dude.
Please, 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 I implore.
If you insist.
If you insist.
Shifu.
Alright.
You showed bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. I am sure you would grow much stronger whether I were to train you or not. For the power you seek is beyond no one. Be they man or woman, old or young, it matters not. For it is the will to improve, to be better. Therein lies true strength.
This guy's a wise guy.
I see.
Not like
I
gangsters.
You have told me your name.
You know what though? A gangster part of this would be good though. Like
Yuin Zhou, you won't regret this decision, Shifu. I promise you.
I hope some of these other ones have like mafiosos running around or something. Maybe that'd be like, you know, if you think of Pulp Fiction, the bit where they're rigging the fight, right? You could easily have something like that where, like, oh, they want you to take a dive, but you don't want to, so you're on the run for them or something as a boxer. And of course, you can box your way out of any situation. Let's go into town, and I think we're going to recruit our third bro, which... Oh, there's a brute running around doing some stuff. Well, I think I know who our next bro is. Our next disciple.
Stop! You've got to pay for that!
I think it's her? Or the guy. Pink hair. No. That's gotta be him. He's very agile.
Quick! Someone grab him! First one to grab him gets a free meal!
He's slippery.
Aha! Caught you! Final!
I can't.
I think we're gonna
really?
pay for his meal. Oh, no, I guess not. That guy has to be our apprentice.
Oh, Shifu! This idiot's been stealing food from me since I don't know when. He single-handedly brought my business to the brink of ruin.
Just the
Teach
brink,
the
though.
scoundrel a lesson.
Oh, come now.
I'm not being unreasonable. I've got mouths to feed, you know. A wife and half a dozen kids.
Dang, that's a lot.
Unless you'd like to foot the bill.
Very well.
Well, I'll see to the lad.
I'll see to the lad.
I hope that means I'll pay for
That
the
was
thing.
incredible, Shifu. Let that be a lesson to you, thief.
All right, boy.
Tell me, why take without paying what is due?
Don't have money.
I cannot pay because I have no job. No
That's
one will
right.
hire me. I have no skills, no trade. My words are poor, but my body is big, as is my hunger. I must.
Young man,
Yeah.
do not bemoan your body. It is a gift.
Wise.
But it is why I suffer. Why people laugh and call me names. How is that a gift?
You're doing some
Because,
pretty
young
fly stuff back
It
there.
makes you wonderful and unique.
Yeah.
But it is for you to decide whether you will embrace your potential or deny it in shame.
Very body positive, this
Potential?
chapter.
You
That's
think
good.
You
Yeah.
move with the swiftness of a man half your size.
Oh, that's true.
Practice. After I eat, I must run.
Come with me, and I'll see that you never want for food. All I ask in return is that you take part in a few training. Think of it as a job, if you like, and your meals, the payment.
A job? I've always wanted a job. Thank you.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
me, what is your
What's his name?
Hong.
Hong.
Haka.
Hong Haka.
When do we start? And when do we... Ha ha!
Dinner time, I think. Typically. Dinner, lunch, breakfast, the whole nine.
It looks as though I'm afraid my school has seen better days.
Alright, let's go train you up. We're gonna go home and I guess we're gonna just, you know, practice and stuff. This is Mount Aspiration, the aspirational mountain. Perfect place to learn Kung Fu. By the way, this is me. This is where I live. I live on top of the mountain. Where I learn Kung Fu. Teach it to, you know, train with it and stuff. 3 isn't very many, but we got the 3 that the thing told us we would get, so means we're good to go. This is my home. It's a little got a little grass on it, whatever, but you know, it's nice, it's homey. Go ahead and start training. Wait, the waypoint is pointing at the bottom of the mountain, isn't it? So do I need to go somewhere other than just the top of the mountain? Would have thought this would be just right. No, this is where we train. Suppose not. Okay, let's go down the mountain. And we'll learn the ways of Kung Fu from our old wizened master. Okay, here. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to my house. Okay. Gotcha. This is the dojo. Hopefully it'll be comfy for all ya.
Bid you welcome to my school.
Where you will learn the Eastern Heart. Earthen Heart.
You weren't kidding when you said it had seen better days.
So this is where I'll learn Kung Fu.
But first we eat. We cannot train if we do at least a little.
Sometimes you gotta eat.
No, we must begin training immediately.
I said it was body positive, but then again, this guy has a lot of like,
But sure.
I'm
This
always
place
hungry
was further up the
character.
mountain than I expected. Maybe we should rest a bit?
I guess that is also Poe's character.
Listen to
But, you know.
yourselves, whimpering children.
Hey, Seagull. That's right, I am living a life right now. In Live Alive.
Bring it on, old man. I'm ready.
I am a Kung Fu
We shall
master,
begin
and
by
I got a bunch of
assessing your
disciples here.
present strength and skill.
I'll go
Let's
first.
assess the strength and skill of these
As you
guys.
wish, Lee. Now, come on.
You
Lei
asked
wants
for
to
it.
train. That's true. Huh? Get one in and then we can use Chipmunk's Delight. Maybe we should actually close the gap. Get a little closer
Not quite.
and use a stronger move. And we can see if any of these are like strong against them. Against her. Monkey Sister or Wise Fox Grace. I think let's use Tiger and Dragon's Reboot.
Not good.
She's taking less damage, I think, than she did the first time. She's taking more hits. Maybe.
The monkey's speed is mine.
It's hard to judge. Traveler's first step is she's resistant to that, so I probably shouldn't be using it. Okay, Lion's Dismissal. Win.
That's all, then.
I am victorious. How you doing, Seagull?
Not a
Who is next?
It's Sunday where you are, right? Sunday over there? It's still Saturday here.
The sooner I eat, yes?
When today's training is
Yeah, I haven't seen
Sounds
this guy
good to
fight,
me.
so let's see. It's 5 a.m. Gotcha. So like, what is that? 7 hours ahead? 2 gets you to midnight. Yeah, like 7. Like 7. Finally squashed the bug that's been bothering you for a few days. That's great. Me, when it comes to bugs, I have a let's see, this guy is resistant to Chipmunk's Delight, so I'm not going to use that. Instead, I'm going to use Wise Fox Grace.
you've must.
I have a thing that's basically like let's see. I have a thing that's basically like a light, like a light that flies like to gather under, like ultraviolet and all. And it has like a sticky.
Really shouldn't.
This did not hurt. It has a bit of sticky paper under it so that when the bugs land on it, land under the light, they get stuck and die. Pretty nice. Pig feet. Not bad. Let's try, we'll end on Monkey's Withdrawal. For physical bugs, you have a fly swatter that zaps them. Oh, that's cool. Most of the bugs that I have around are like the small kind where you can't really see them, or like you can only see them once in a blue moon, so it's hard to like track them down, right? So it's easier to just have some passive thing that takes care of them for me. I always hate seeing like a fly like land on the TV screen or something. Oh, you mean a programming bug? Gotcha. I understand.
Okay.
When you say squashed, I thought you meant literally squashed it. You corrected the bug. You fixed the bug. Got it. Okay, let's see. We'll use the rebuke. Guy, he's pretty fast.
I'm coming for you.
That's, dude, you have such a nice. This guy loves to yell things. I'm coming for you. I appreciate the enthusiasm. However,
You did well.
all right, I think we got a good idea of what y'all's level is. Now let's go into the forest and fight. I guess we'll go into the forest and we'll
I have to
fight
say,
tigers.
this is the most fun I've had in years.
Yeah, not bad. Nice master killing a student. You gotta defeat your students just to show them who's boss. And it's me. I'm boss.
Who'd have thought I'd find 3 promising disciples so
Oh, yeah.
quickly?
Well, it was in the chapter description. It was in the chapter
I've
description
not
that I
felt
would.
this tired in a long time, but it is a welcome fatigue.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Home? What's wrong?
What's up? Assassins? No, he's just hungry. He's just hungry.
So hungry.
They can't complain about a lack of skill.
Food.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Home. Even after all that, you still have cravings?
I got you, man. We're gonna fight on the mountain now, I guess.
Now then, It is vital that we improve your stamina. The air here at the summit is
Oh.
very thin, so you'll have to expand twice as
That
much
makes sense.
effort during your training.
Also, just walking up here takes
4
effort, I'm
bouts
sure.
is our limit for today, I would say. With whom shall I start?
We got 4 bouts. You're gonna go to sleep, Seagull. You have a good night, okay? By favoring a Decipher in a training bout, you'll help them to grow stronger by increasing their level and... Okay, so there's like a training thing here where you can favor a thing.
My meal.
Show me what you can do.
Let's make Hong... Let's have Hong be our... You know, he's like the Kung Fu Panda character, right? I think he could be very good. And, what is this? Why does that not work? Not sure. Chipmunk's Delight he's resistant to, so we don't want to use that. We'll use Wise Fox Grace.
Wise Fox has many secrets.
Gonna take a shot at this.
You really shouldn't.
What?
Are we gonna dodge? Let's rebuke him.
Even the most mighty can be restrained.
How about we step back on this one, see if that does anything good for us. Since he can just step in, I'm not sure if it's really going to be very effective. Can we get like a high damage, medium damage attack? Yeah, we'll use this one. Wise Fox Grace. Up if he's still alive. We'll finish with Chipmunk's Delight just because we can use it at range. Fine display. And we increase his defense. Well, we gotta do everyone at least once.
Bring it on.
It would be unfair to,
What you can do.
you know, since we have 4, we gotta do everyone once, and then we'll do one twice. Lion's Dismissal. Catch Reproach. And we can counter that as well. Wise Fox Grace.
Wise Fox has many secrets.
There we go.
Yeah.
Likugo leveled up, and she learned Traveler's First Step. Nice.
Excellent. 2 more rounds.
We'll do a round with Yoon.
Show me what you can do.
I feel like what we need is more rounds where, you know, we're fighting with them against like tigers or whatever. Just gonna close the distance and use not Monkey's Withdrawal. I'm gonna use Tiger's Rebuke.
I see.
Look at that, we got a second attack before he did. He's a little bit slow. We'll use Monkey's Withdrawal and back off. And used our Rebuke one last time. Thoroughly rebuked this guy. What? And he learned the Tiger and Dragon Rebuke. That's great.
1 more round.
Okay, we're gonna give Hong another go.
Show me what you can do.
I think Hong's our boy. I think Hong, so far of the bunch, I want him to be the most successful. So I guess, you know, it's most fair if we balance and do like a little bit of each person every day. And mix up who gets extra bounce. Ooh. That was pretty good. So far, you're actually in the lead this time. Except my moves debuff you, so let's see. Also, I'm a little bit faster. I'm gonna use Wise Fox withdrawal
The monkey's
here.
speed is mine.
Wise Fox Grace.
Wise fox, there's many secrets.
And Lion's Dismissal. Pig Feet has a big range, huh? That was pretty good. Did a pretty good job that time. That was a fine display. Hong is actually, well, he's level 6. I think the other ones are like level 5 or level 2. So yeah, he's
I
our
think
most,
that will do for today.
our strongest
Training
disciple.
in these conditions is
Maybe I should have favored the one that was at level
It
2.
was nothing.
You know, catch him up.
Get
Are you
away
okay?
from me.
But you do, Lei. You're a lady after all. And my mother always said I should treat ladies with so let us help.
Alright.
Me? Oh,
Yeah. A bandit lady, but a lady nonetheless. Yeah.
honestly.
You can be a bandit lady. That's a thing.
today we'll be training to improve.
Speed is
There's something odd about this ground.
This will be easy.
Then let's
More bouts with them? Okay.
Let us, Sparshy.
show me what you have learned.
Wow, there's a lot of fighting your disciples in this chapter, huh? I guess that's what I asked for. I asked for literally just like, oh yeah, give me a story where a master takes on apprentices. But this is that I nearly got him in one go.
With the ferocity of a lion.
You need to speed it up, man. I got 2 moves in on you and killed you before you even did shit. But hey, you know, you're level 3. You're the lowest level of all of us. You have a lot of
Three
ground
more
to make up.
rounds should
You'll see how.
show me what you have learned.
Yeah. We'll use the diagonal attack more. It looks like they're using up their meter by moving. So enemies, if they move, or if they have to move to get to you,
Ferocity
that
of
uses
a
up their
lion.
meter, so you can use that to your advantage. You're using my own moves on me, ma'am. You know, that's not going to be very good for you.
The longest journey
Traveler's first
begins
step
with
is
but
she's
a
resistant
single
to it,
step.
huh? Well, I guess she does have it, so
Not quite.
she would be resistant. Tiger and Dragon Rebuke.
Alright. Ha!
Ah, fine display. And indeed, the disciple's speed did go up.
No slacking now. 2 more rounds.
I will learn.
Show me what you have learned.
Very important. This is, of course, what training is always like. You know, you gotta fight your disciples repeatedly. Just how it works. Makes sense. We'll use Wise Fox's
Wise
Grace.
fox, there's many secrets.
Up. That was a pretty good hit. Unfortunately, I'm going to counter it. Not for that much, though. We don't need to retreat. I'm going to use Lion's Dismissal.
With the ferocity of a lion.
That also knocks him back. I see. Okay, so Traveler's first step. Oh!
Huh?
Jeez, dude. I'm gonna use Monkey's Withdrawal just so that I can be at a good distance. Oh, jeez, that guy nearly... You're coming along, Haka. Jeez, you can really get some good
One
hits
more
in.
round.
Let up.
Okay,
Show me what you have learned.
let's go, Yoon, but look. You need the most work than all of us, you know. Honestly, maybe I should just give him... If there's like one more round of this, we'll just... We'll go all in and just beat this dude senseless. Time and time again. Oh, he learned counters.
Really shouldn't.
Well, he has attempted to learn counters. We'll use Monkey's Withdrawal here, forcing him to take a step
Monkey's speed is
and
mine.
waste a turn. We'll use Lion's Dismissal on a diagonal. There we go. What was that? You learned Monkey's Withdrawal, that's a good move to learn, man.
I think that will do for today.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's enough training. Things are going quite
My
well.
students are eager, and though they would never admit it themselves, I fear I pushed them too hard today. I should go and see how they are doing.
One of them nearly beat you today, honestly. I think they are doing pretty well. Well... Oh wow, they're really out of it, huh?
Ah, they must be truly exhausted to sleep so soundly on such a hard floor. Hmm? Where is Yun?
Where's Yoon? I'll see him. Maybe he's out doing some additional training since he is the least experienced one of the bunch. Yeah, there he is. He's willing to learn.
Hong has his strength. Lei has her speed.
But what do you have?
I've got to find an edge. I can't lose to them.
Oh,
He has ambition, that's what he has.
well done, everyone. You have all diamonds. Henceforth, we will face one another not in sparring matches,
Oh, that's good.
but in true.
Now this is what I've been...
What's up?
If we win, we will be
In a real battle, which is why I shall.
Oh yeah, we're no longer holding anything
If
back.
all become much stronger, I can manage 4 rounds now.
I'll do my best.
Well, let's just give
Show
Yoon...
me your
I want to give Yoon a lot of experience. Yoon is falling behind a little bit. So we'll use Lion's Dismissal here. Jesus! Yoon, you really need to... Lion's Dismissal really destroys Yoon. It's nice that you got some physical attack off that, but if
I'll do
you...
my best.
Show me.
Yeah,
your role.
you need experience, buddy. I just hit you with 2 moves and you fell.
With the ferocity of
Uh.
life.
Yeah, that's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight, but hey, no. You really need some defense, man.
And 2 to.
I'll do my...
Show me your all.
You need more experience. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking here. And we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hit you with
the
Lions,
ferocity of life.
Lions whatever. And please learn to deal with it somehow. Counter it. Okay, okay, he survived the first hit. Well, the second hit. But I'm just gonna hit him one more time and he's down. He's learning. He's learning. Slowly, though.
Just one.
I'll do my best.
Show me your all.
Give me your all. Let's go. Lion's dismissal. Oh, he wasn't thrown back by that, and he countered it. However, I am resistant. Oh, and he's using Monkey's Withdrawal. All right, he's learning a thing or two. And I'll use Traveler's First Step
Longest journey begins with but
to
a
end it.
single step.
Fine display. It's all pretty lightweight and pretty easy to just do a bunch of
That's all
short
for
barrel through
today.
things. Oh shit.
Shifu!
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Rather, take heart, for my exhaustion is welcome evidence of your tremendous improvement.
Yeah, by that last match, he was doing okay.
I'm in need of rest, if you would excuse me.
How do y'all feel about switching chapters now and seeing a little bit of one of the other chapters? That would make sense. That would make sense for this here stream.
All that begins must come to an end.
This seems like a good place to switch gears. Is that the end? End of the chapter?
One morning, the Shifu realized he had little left to pass on to his disciples.
If that's it, that's actually pretty cool. Because, you know, this has like 8 chapters, so each one taking an hour or so would be just about right, you know?
Long days spent training would soon be a thing.
I bet there's more, though. There's gotta be more. What's the deal? Where are we going?
Today's lesson is you have all become very... But remember, truth, it is the power to defend yourself and that which you hold dear.
Shifu! Shifu!
Okay, it looks like there's some sort of call to action here.
It's you. Whatever happened, I didn't do it.
There's some trouble.
I'm not here for you, bandits from Wong. They're terrorizing the people of Yue.
Unifa.
Bandits from one, you say?
It must be Sun Tzu Wong and his gang. They probably thought they could go to Yunfa and carry on like before without attracting
Yunfa?
their notice. I'll deal with them.
You will do no such thing.
Yeah, we will go together.
Strong as you've grown. Do not miss. I dare say you could defeat one and his entourage. But what will happen then? Others will come and the people of Yunfa will suffer. Violence begets violence. Hate breeds hate.
I wonder if these voice actors
You
are
have
like
all
from
honed your bodies and minds.
the regions that they're from in the game, so that they have these, you know, have like proper accents and stuff.
But your hearts are yet wanting.
It sounds good. Sometimes they read some of the names a little like not what I would expect, and I wonder is that authentic? You know, that's one I thought. Like, is that how you're supposed to say Yunfa? Is that how it's pronounced like by natives? I say natives from people from the area. By the locals. There we go.
But, Shifu!
Fear not. I shall go to Yunfa.
And bring my disciples. I've been training them up. It'd be cool to see them in action. No? Okay. Well, that's not the story they're telling.
You three are to remain here and continue your training. Is that clear?
Yes, Shifu.
It's interesting how, at least up to this point, it's been not the traditional RPG, right? Like, This is not what an RPG is. You don't just round up some guys and just, you know, randomly train with them for like an hour. Like, that's unusual. And until this point, you got no impression of like, oh yeah, you know, there will be a part where it opens up and you do things. Which, by the way, let me do some recommended equipment. I'll save one more time. And yeah, let's head over to the other one. There is something happening in town. Let's not concern ourselves with that just yet. Let's see. How do you get to the thing? Settings. Return to chapter select. Let's go. Yes, Trebucket. You can absolutely return to chapters whenever you want, and when you return to them, you'll start from where you left off. And by the way, there are 7 chapters, so it's a little less than Octopath Traveler. It's more like Centipath Traveler. So we can be a shinobi, we can be a martial artist, like an MMA boxer. We can be a caveman. We can be a cowboy. We can be a what the fuck is this guy's deal? He is a rebellious youth who can read minds and is trying to get an ancient king, or we can be a robot. I like the sound of the MMA boxer, but I think it's a little close to the martial artist here. What do you want to be? Do you want to be a mind reader, or do you want to be a robot in space? Robot in space, or psychonaut. He's like a high school kid who can read minds and is about to get entrenched in some weird high school government thing. I'm sort of curious what their image of the near future is. But also, I kind of wanted to see what space is like. What do you think? Near future or distant future? Trebucket, I'm asking you. By the way, let me say again. Hey, Rock Party, how you doing? Can't stray because of spoilers. Oh. I was wondering for a second when you said that. You said Stray, Rock Party. I was wondering if you meant because you were playing Stray or something, but I think you meant to say Stay. Gotcha. Well, fortunately, hey, I'm just about to start a new chapter, one I haven't started yet, so won't be much in the way of spoilers, I don't think. You only played the current time and Western, so present day and the Wild West. Yeah, I thought about the present day. That one looks pretty cool. Rock Party, let me ask. How was present day? What did you think? Play Western is what you would suggest. That one seems like the most popular one, but I'm really tempted by these future ones. Okay, tell you what. Rock Party is asking for us. Let's do a little bit of Western. And then maybe we can do Astronaut to end it off on or something. Or maybe we'll pop into the other ones for a bit. We're an outlaw gang of citizens. Whatever. That sounds like a plan to me. So, Rock Party, you got the game as well. You've been going through it. How you feeling about it? You feeling good? Having fun? Or like a voxel look here. Like those buildings look very voxel-y. Current day was okay. Not sure if I should have gotten all the moves. Yeah, the description says like, oh yeah, you learn moves by like fighting guys, right? So far though, I'm not sure like, I played the one where you played like the martial arts master, and he starts off with a lot of moves, and I'm wondering like, is that like how complex it can get, or does it, you know, does it get more complex than some of these other ones where you start off with like nothing? You got a lot of Destiny 2 to play? I got you, Rock Party. I should just call you Rock. That's an easier thing to say than the full name.
Howdy, Sheriff. Something to drink?
Howdy. These voices sound very Western. It sounds right.
Nope, but I got something for you to post up.
trouble in these parts, huh?
This music kind of reminds me of Mother 3. Like, it has some of the same, like, melodies. I wonder if that music in Mother 3 was like a intentional homage to this. Rock is good. Deebs is your IRL name. No problem. I'll go Rock. Nice. I swear, this sounds just like Mother 3 music. I wonder if I could go pull that up right now. I want to pull that up right now. I'm going to go to the computer, see if I can find it on iTunes or something really fast. This is like the Mother 3 music, but like Mother 3 music, but kind of westerny. It's kind of more westerny. Is this like a reference to some like famous song? Do 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 do. Let me go to. I'm trying to find it in iTunes real fast. I should have. Oh, it's in BGM. That's what I put game music under. Let me see if I can find Mother 3. Okay. That's not it. Hang on, I'm gonna play this so that y'all can hear it. 1 second, while I try to find the song in Mother 3 this is reminding me of. So I'm gonna mute the game, and I'm going to unmute PC game audio. Wait a minute, no, I have to relaunch iTunes if I want that to work. 1 second. iTunes doesn't just update when you change the audio source in Windows. So I need to relaunch, which is actually convenient for a lot of things because it means you can switch, you can control like OBS's audio sources are independent of everything else. So you set it to come out the headphones, and then you change everything else to come out something that OBS can track, then or capture. Then you can play things from other applications in OBS, which is handy. Okay, let me find. Let's see if I can find that Mother 3 music that reminds me of. Okay, Mother 3, where is it? Well, it's under M. Mother 3, where the fuck is it? Okay, here we go. Mother 2 / Earthbound. I don't know why I'm fun naming. That's not it. I don't think that's it. No. Forest. That's kind of similar, but not quite. Till Rain. Kind of similar. Run My Dog Run. No. That's kind of similar. Turn it up a little bit. Mom's Hometown. Oh, that's just the love theme. Wait. Sorrowful Tamazili. I think the Tamzili song is what I'm looking for. Let's see. Can I find the Tamzili song? Like the default one? Fun Bazaar, maybe? No, that's not it. Mother 3 has such great music. Mind of a Thief? God, it's good. At some point, I want to play Mother 3 on this here channel. I would love to play that whole thing. Oh, this is... I think this is what I was looking for. Hang on, let me switch back to the the music from this game. Doesn't that sound similar? Like similar melodies and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of similar. I wonder if that if that's a coincidence. That's my thought. Hearing those two things back to back.
Thought it couldn't get any worse after that last.
Obviously, like this game could have been part of the inspiration for Mother 3, right? Like, you know, the guy played this game, similar RPG, but it's in the Wild West, and was like, I gotta have some Wild West stuff in my next game, in Mother 3. And maybe this is just like what like Western music is archetypical Western music is in Japan. Or maybe it's based on some movie that I don't know.
Okay. What's your...
What's my clever moniker? I'm called Sundown. I'm the Sundown Kid. Doesn't sound like it? Jeez. Very similar. Very similar. This is a game that's Mother 3 adjacent. Also, like Mother 3, it never came out in the West until, like, just now, so makes sense, don't it? Look at that, we're a cowboy. We're going across the old Wild West. The voices now, they sound like they are, you know, Western-y now, rather than Chinese, which makes me think that they, you know, went the distance and they got like authentic voice actors for each area. Well, I suppose what are they gonna do for future and like far future? Maybe they got like some people from odd areas to be like, okay, well, the future, everyone talks with this sort of accent.
Oh, why the long face? Reckon you'd be relieved to finally put this life on the lamb behind you. Honestly, a little gratitude would be appreciated.
That guy's wearing white. I'm not sure why he's called the Man in Black.
Let's do this proper. Can't have people casting aspersions on the great bounty hunter, Mad Dog. No, sir. Never let it be said he shot an unarmed man in cold blood.
Oh, we gotta shoot this guy.
How many times we done danced this dance now?
I don't know. I just started this chapter.
It's almost like saying goodbye to a lover. Bard had it right.
Oh.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
He's a fast draw. Now we're playing characters who are gunslingers, so yeah, look at that. They literally are lining up their shots. Hollow point, what are we doing? Let's see. He's resistant to single shots. Don't shoot him once, don't shoot him twice. You guys shoot, let's see, a hollow point. That's the only thing that's good on him. You shoot him with a gun, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm like the guy in, you know what, he's like that guy in the Back to the, in Back to the Future, right? Back to the Future 2, where, they shoot Clint Eastwood, and he's like, oh, he's still standing, even though he got shot. And then he like, he reveals he got like the door of a bank safe strapped to his chest. A little bit of bulletproof armor. I think maybe that's the situation here. We shot him dead. You wonder if this was the first grid battle, or if it was SMT. You mean like the first tactics game, basically? Yeah, I guess this would be pretty early. I was watching MinMax play a little bit of it, and in their chat the other day I was like, what was the first tactics type game? And I think the answer might be, well, first off, there's stuff like Famicom Wars, right? Like that was the NES, right? Like one was Famicom Wars. Famicom Wars. Famicom Wars was 88. So that was probably a little. That was 4 years before that. Before this. But I guess if it counts, if Famicom Wars counts. I think technically though, there's an argument to be made that Dungeons and Dragons is actually the first one because that's also a game where you're running around on a grid. It's not a computer game. You play it on a tabletop, but it's kind of similar to this.
Don't you dare walk away from me again.
There's tactics and moves and techniques that are effective at different rages. When was SMT? Let me Google while Mad Dog is doing his thing. But the horse was spooked by something. Oh, bummer, dude.
You? Shooting at my Goldie? Killing a man is one thing, but you leave his horse out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see, SMT, when was that?
Talking.
SMT game. Yeah, let's see, SMT game. SMT is also turn-based in some. Gotcha. Was it based on a grid? Let's see. What was the first one? I'm not seeing a date on okay, titles. Digital Devil Story Shin Megami Tensei was released on September 11, 1987. Okay, so 87 I think is so that would predate Advanced Wars as well. I think you're right then. Then SMT is before this and before Famicom Wars. Famicom Wars, not Advanced Wars. Advanced Wars is of course the sequel to that. The SMT on GBA are tactics games. Gotcha. So the first was the first one not though. Was the first one just a regular old game? Regular old RPG with I guess recruiting mechanics. I still feel like my argument that that it would be Dungeons and Dragons holds water. And of course there were a lot of games that were like based around Dungeons and Dragons, like on computers, like on old computers or whatever. Though I don't know they really stand the test of time, but at the time they were like, oh yeah, you can got all sorts of stuff in there that's sort of based on that. The first one I think is turn-based. It's never been localized. Well, this game was never localized either, so it's not like it gets and also Famicom Wars wasn't even either. So I guess there is some argument like which one in America was actually first, because none of them came over, right? And what is this? That building? Oh, if you're behind a building, it disappears. All these doors are locked up tight. Well, let's go in the saloon. I like that. That's a good animation of him just going like, yeah, and opening up the saloon doors. There are so many SMT games. Gotcha. I know, I mean, like, Pokemon is, or, sorry, Pokemon, jeez. Persona is just a spin-off of them. And there's so many Persona games. Howdy, hell.
Soy comandante de las yeguas.
Oh wow, they're really speaking Spanish. If you had like Japanese voice acting, I wonder what that would be. Would that be also Spanish? Probably also Spanish. Hang on, I'm sort of curious. Let's see. I'm gonna go to voice like where's game settings? Volume settings. Let's see. Can I change the voices to be Japanese just for a second? I'm sort of curious what happens to them. It doesn't look like I can. Well, exercise for the viewer. Oh, also they're speaking English now. If you run up and talk to them. You have I don't know what that means. Tequila. Yes, tequila. fair. A good drink, I think, would help. These guys are all scared. I think I'm a good guy, though. No Japanese wasn't Japanese. So it was, so you're playing with Japanese voices, Rock Party? They were singing in Japanese in the original then, rather than Spanish? Interesting. Good to know.
Howdy, stranger.
Howdy.
Thirsty? Or you got a hankering for something more substantial?
I tell you, I think I got a hankering
charge
for something
course.
more substantial. That's right.
Damn, is it hot out there?
Breaking the tension here. How's it going?
Barkeep, the usual.
You play all Japanese games in Japanese? Gotcha, Rock Party. Authenticity, you know?
Hey, stranger. Seems you're sitting on my favorite stool.
It's my favorite too. I love this stool.
Hey, you deaf or just...
That's enough.
For anime, like when I'm watching anime, I like a subtitle, but I feel like for games like
Your name
Persona,
on it? Huh? Cause I don't see it. Do you?
Fire Emblem, all that, I go with the English voices. I mean, if they, you know, in a game, if they go out of the way to make English
What's
voices,
in
I'll
there? Acting like you own the place.
I'll
without
use them, you
spending
know.
a dime.
I mean, it's
We
the
don't need
default.
that kind of customer. No, thank you.
With anime these days, or in general, subtitles are the default on most of the big anime sites. For games, the default is the English. I don't know, maybe, you know, that's silly to think what the default is. You just go with whatever works best for you, but I kind of like it.
Now, Annie, darling, there's no need to make a scene.
So long as it has good voice acting, I suppose. The voice acting here seems solid. And like each of the areas is like matching it. You did play Strangers in Paradise in English because it was so stupid. That's a good reason to do something. Love that for you.
Now.
Don't you talk to me like that. Big, strong men, striding around like you own the place because of what you got dangling between your legs.
Yeah, this feels right. This is
Wait!
they nailed the Western vibes here,
Clint!
didn't they?
Cesar! You got cojones? Well, don't you?
Wow,
So use them!
this is really well localized, huh? They did a great job on this. I wonder.
Oh, Annie.
For ages, this was like unreleased on in America, right? Did someone do like a fan translation of it? Was it similarly like translated this well? Like really getting the Western
Full of fire
spirit.
and fury. Real Hellraiser. I love it.
This feels right. They did a great job.
I mean it, darling. Be my woman.
Get away from me!
Also, by the way, Rock Party, I'm curious. Are the subtitles on like when you're using Japanese voices just literally the same? Like were they saying stuff like you got cojones? Even if they were speaking
Annie.
Japanese?
Darling, I know you didn't just raise a hand to me.
Did they say the word cojones? But, you know, in the Japanese version, like literally?
Because there's some things a man cannot abide.
They have some good localizers right now.
Leave her alone.
Right. Who makes this? I actually don't know who makes this. Is this Square?
Billy!
A lot of things are Square, as far as like
If it isn't the brave
JRPGs go.
Sheriff's little brat. Here to save the day, huh?
In the Japanese, they did not say cojones. Was cojones in the subtitles though? Like in the text boxes?
I hate to break it to you, kiddo. But I ain't got time for your shit.
Good localization. That is exactly what that guy would say. He would absolutely say shit. This game rated M? Must be. Must be. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Right?
Whoops. Sorry about that, stranger.
That's probably part of the reason why it didn't come out in America, right? They were like, you guys want to put out an M-rated RPG in 1988? You're reading the English? Well, right. I'm asking if the subtitles are the same in English as they are in Japanese, whether you're using the English voices or the Japanese. I think I could see why they didn't want to put this out in America.
You can find it in your heart to forgive him. Tell you what, let me buy you a drink to smooth things over.
1994? Oh, was it 94? Yeah, you're right. It was 94, wasn't it? I'm thinking of, you know what? I'm thinking of the other games we've been discussing, like SMT and Famicom Wars. Those games were earlier. The subs were the same? Gotcha.
Barkeep!
Who put this out? Was this what was this Square?
Heads up! I figure that ought to suit a delicate flower like your.
I'm gonna drink up. I don't know what.
Would you look at that? I think my
Square
new
Enix?
friend needs another.
Or just Enix, right? I forgot that Square and Enix were once separate companies. When did that happen? Was that in the 90s when they merged together?
Heads up!
I
figure that ought to suit it.
I already drank this, so I think it wants me to send it back.
What's this? You spitting on my... How else am I to interpret the return of this milk I see before me? And to top it off, this... But that's what I get for drinking the cheap piss they serve here.
They did a great job with this localization.
Let me
Jeez.
guess. It's not that you hate milk,
Damn.
but that you can't stomach it, unless it's fresh from your mother's tits.
Wow, I think this guy is fixing for
Your mother's, maybe.
That's a good comeback. Square, got it.
You got a death wish? Got it.
Oh, that was a very drawn out little wow, that scene was long, huh? I think let's double shoot him. Oh, he's too far away to be double shotted. Single shot. We're a pretty quick draw. My name's Sundown. I have a very fast draw. I shot that guy.
This isn't over, you hear me? You get yours. You just wait and see.
Yeah, his battle sprite was pretty different. The battle sprites are like much more stylized than the overworld sprites. The big muscular guys in the last chapter we did, martial arts guy, they were also really different.
That was amazing!
Yeah, Billy. Glad you think so.
You gave Pike a hiding he won't never forget.
With him on our side, I just know we can beat them.
Hell yeah.
What's all the ruckus?
Oh, you know, this and that. That's the sheriff?
Sheriff, this fella here, see, he just rode into town.
That's right.
Oh, now you show up. In the nick of time, as always.
This is good. I can see why this is the one
My
that's
father, the sheriff.
that catches everyone's attention, and also the one that, yeah,
The coward.
people are probably going with to start with, right? They really nail it. They really nail the Western thing.
Billy, son, try to understand.
And it's fun and
If we so
exciting
much
and
as
full
look
of
at these people
tension
the wrong way,
and good shit.
There's gonna be hell to pay.
I hit a button and something came out. I think that's like a...
But if we don't take a stand, then nothing will ever change.
If I hold down right RZ, there's like a skip, but I don't actually want to skip. And LDL is auto advance.
Oh, Annie, please.
Let's do auto advance, see what this looks like without me pressing
wanna hear
buttons. Just like naturally let it unfold like a movie.
Every last man in this town is a coward.
Seems like. Dang it, they're all shamed by that.
This boy here's got more courage than all of you put together.
It sometimes goes
Sheriff,
before the
listen.
words all
This fella here, see, he just might be the answer.
finish getting on screen. But
Alas, good
so long as the
people,
voice
I
line
fear you have
finishes.
misjudged the content of that villain's character.
I believe you have. This guy's a businessman. This guy's like the oil baron type, coming in saying like, "Hey,
A
I
man's
have."
name is his story.
Oh, this
and
is
that
Mad Dog
one
again.
Speaks volumes. You deserve to know, so I'll tell you.
This guy's Sundown, and he's pretty good at his gun.
The kid. Yeah, that's right.
That's right, Sundown Kid. What did I tell you?
That there's the devil himself.
That's right.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Is that me on the wanted poster?
It's him. On the wanted poster.
Oh no. That is me. You're right. It looks just like me, actually, now that I'm looking.
$5,000. Dead or alive.
Well, you're not gonna get me
And the
either
one
way.
who's gonna bring him in is me. Mad Dog.
Now he's wearing black.
Liar!
Last time he looked like he was
I am
wearing
many
white.
things, boy, but I am no liar.
It was just the lighting.
You're a good guy, right, mister?
I gotta say, I'm afraid not. I'm no saint.
I'm no saint.
I'm no saint.
No, I don't believe it.
Always were lousy with the little ones, weren't you, kid?
Yep.
Goldie's still out there, you know. Lost or dead in the desert.
That's
But you'll
shame.
answer for that. And everything else. Soon enough. Outside. Now.
Sigh. Wonder if Sundown Kid is going to gain some allies. Let's go
It's a showdown.
to regular advance now. I'm gonna pick up the controller again. Get ready to you know, do the thing. Are we on auto advance or not?
Don't even think
No.
about running.
All right. Bartender, another drink. It made sense that shooting the guy once killed him, because that's how guns work. You shoot someone once, and they're dead.
Now there's a look I've never seen on you before. Oh, a pang of sadness for the end of our extended association?
Now it doesn't look like you're wearing black anymore. The
I
sun
understand, I truly do.
really makes your sprite look just white.
But all good things must come to an end.
The lighting, it's not good for you.
And end it we will.
You look like
kid.
a KFC guy. Colonel Sanders. That's what you look like
From
right
10
now.
paces. Each man takes 5.
Somewhere between Colonel
count it
Sanders
off.
and Kiryu
On the 5th,
from Yakuza.
return fire. Agreed?
Yep.
Right then.
Finger licking good. I'll say
One.
personally.
2. 3. 4.
They're scared.
5.
My favorite chicken place is Church's Chicken. Bang! What was that? You're pointing the wrong way. Oh, there were guys in the thing! Oh, wow. I like Church's chicken. Church's chicken is good. It's too bad though. There's not one that's near me anymore. It's kind of far to go to
He's
one.
one of the crazy bunch.
I had some Wincos. Like apparently they make chicken in the little gas station called Wincos. Had some of that recently. It's pretty good as well.
Those two gunslingers.
For fried chicken.
How'd they know?
We have a sense for these things.
Just my luck. These simpletons ruining a perfectly good duel.
Wow!
Cool
You
shit.
guys are incredible!
That's some cool shit.
Backing this up. Maybe, just maybe. Listen, I guarantee there's a whole lot more of them on the way, and they'll be out for blood now.
This is a good setup.
Well, when you put it like that.
This is literally just a
Not that I could ever
Western
master
movie in the
strength.
making.
Sorry, kid. But it seems our duel will have to wait.
Me and the lawman that's come to get me are going to team up to face off against the gang that is terrorizing a town.
But only until after we've dealt.
And after, you know, we'll you know, finally, you know, face down with each other. So that I have control now. It's been a bit since I had control.
The crazy bunch ain't exactly short on shooters. Doubt we'll have a chance of beating them. I tell you what, dying heroically during a valiant last stand does not appeal to me one bit.
No, you'd rather die like in a one-on-one duel with me.
Let's see what these folks can tell us about our would-be killers.
This music still sounds like Mother 3 music to me.
Atrapados en la red del...
I just know we can get rid of those outsiders. None of us are that good with guns. There's gotta be something they can do to help. It's only right they fight too. That was some fine shooting. But there's at least 15 of those boys left. That's a lot for, like, you know, a gang. But it's not that much for an RPG. Usually you're facing off against like hundreds of people. You know, 4 at a time. The only survivor of Cluster 7, a devil by all rights should be dead in dust. Oh Dio, the outlaws call him. They flock to the man, their shepherd with a heart of stone. He'll have broken camp the moment he heard what you two did. Can't let it go unanswered. We got a little gold squirreled away. It's yours if you survive. Reckon that you think the man who named this town Success must have had a sense of humor, but you're wrong. Back then it was a gold rush. Then the gangs came calling. Okay, I think we talked to everyone, so let's head out and maybe fight a guy. Should I be checking my inventory? And yeah, this is Success. Don't think I got any new equipment. So let's roll. I like how cinematic all these chapters are. They're each like a different kind of movie, whether it's like a martial arts movie or a Western movie. And I'm really into how like unconcerned with like RPG conventions they are, and that like, oh, you know, or not always, you know, the martial arts one that I played first, right? For the first hour there was no villain. You know, the amount we played was just like, yeah, we're just going around and training. And that's it. Whereas this one, it's like, it seems to be building up to one standoff with the villains, with the bandits. And then who knows what comes after that. Interesting. Okay, I should, you know what, I should follow my compass, that's right. I still need to be in the saloon. I probably need to go upstairs and take a nap or something. I'll bet that. I'll bet you anything that's what we need to do. Oh, I need to speak to more people. These guys are unable to get out.
If they've got us outnumbered, then we ambush them, kid. That's how we'll... Having said that...
Alright, we're gonna go do an ambush on them. What's up?
Feels a bit improper for us to do all the work, given that this is as much.
Wait, is it my fight? Oh, I guess I did. I did pick a fight with one of the bandits to begin with.
Me too.
But they were terrorizing this town, so...
Count me in.
Who's that? Cool lady.
Honey.
Does she know how to do a gun? She another party member?
We already know nothing will change if we keep our heads down and stay quiet.
Her name is Dallas. That's cool.
I say enough is enough. Better to take a stand.
That's a nearby city. Nearby me.
But, honey...
She's right.
Yeah. I'm sick and tired of them pushing us around.
Hell yeah, Clint.
What about you, Cesar?
You know what? It just occurred to me that Flint, like from Mother 3, that's one letter away from Clint, like Clint Eastwood. That was probably like where they got the idea for the name, huh? Flint. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You saw Founder go there. Technically, he went to the suburbs north of Dallas, and also Arlington, which is where Six Flags Over Texas is. He technically did not go to Dallas itself.
I knew they would.
But, you know, that's
And
just
my
a
friends,
technicality.
The time has come.
That's just a little technicality there. He also went to Irving. Irving is where the video game history museum is.
Like something out of a fairy tale, isn't it?
I guess it's all the same. You know, if
I believe the only one who has yet to declare their intentions is you, Sheriff.
You know, it's the thing, like, if someone's from, like, another state, you just say you're from Dallas. Or, what I say is I'm from DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth. And that's because, well, you know, for years and years I used to live in Euless, which is actually closer to Fort Worth than Dallas. But now I don't live in Euless anymore, so, you know, I could literally just talk about, like, what was nearby and where I lived. Which is funny, because, I'll tell you, I was always thinking about, like, there's things I can't talk about, because I lived, like, a block away, like, literally adjacent to my apartment complex, right, was a brand new theater that was a chain called Cinépolis that only has, like, 2 locations in either the United States or within Texas. So one of them was right next door, so I could walk and go to the movie theater whenever I wanted. I didn't have to get in a car or nothing. And that was such a neat novelty. But also, you know, if I said, like, hey, I'm right next to Cinépolis, of which there's only 2 in the States, that would really narrow down where I lived. Like, literally, you could find the apartment complex that I lived in, like, pretty easy, like, if I had said such things, or even mentioned, like, yeah, I go to Cinépolis and it's within walking distance, it's really novel. I don't have that anymore, though, since I moved and all. Actually, I moved, I did 2 moves, actually. First, I moved, like, to the next nearest apartment complex, which was, like, still on the same block, but a little farther from the Cinépolis. So it was no longer in walking distance, but I still had, like, the same trail, the same target, the same everything. But, yeah. Euless, it's a good place to live, honestly. If you gotta live in, like, the Arlington area, like Arlington, north of Arlington, near the airport, I think Euless is your best bet. And especially that, what is that area called? Glade Parks or whatever? That is like the fancy part of Euless, where everything is nice and new and recent, and I would recommend there for anyone, you know, I'd recommend it, sure. It's nice. Don't live there anymore, I live closer to family now. It was sort of a nice thing.
What are you doing with your father's badge?
You know, I'll say this. For years and years and years, with the way things were, I had gotten to the point of, like, well, I feel like I want to live closer to family, right? So I'm not, like, an hour's drive from my folks who live in McKinney. You know, my work, I worked in Arlington, like, that's where the office was, right? So I had sort of a hard thing to figure out. And then the pandemic happened, And you know, soon enough that office closed down. So I was like, oh shit, well, I am no longer bound to Arlington, and now I can move wherever I want, and I moved north, you know, closer to family, and that was great to me, for me. And also, you know, not only did that office close, we actually technically still have an office. It's the Plano office now that we merged into, but I've never been there since the pandemic started. So whatever. You know, I have no interest in going to that office. I would love to just work from home forever and ever, or you know, whatever happens.
Here, mister.
Especially because I think right now, I think I heard this area is like a high COVID area now again. So I think I saw an email the other day being like, hey, don't go into the office anymore, or if you do, wear a mask at all times. We're just like, yeah, I think I figured this out already. I'm simply not going to go into the office, if that's what the thing says. Simply not going to go into the office. Anyway, yeah, Dallas is
My pop.
the local big
To
city.
wear that badge.
I'm a suburbanite though, so you know. I've been to Dallas a couple times.
I've been living in fear for the longest time.
I say I've been to Dallas a couple times, but maybe
if I dare do the right thing.
You know what? I don't think I've been to actual Dallas in like 10, 15 years or so.
But now I see.
I've certainly never driven there myself, so it was before I had a car. I think I've been to Dallas a couple times. There was like a big mall there that had like a... You live downtown, Rock Party? I know that, yes. There was like some sort of mall that had like a cubing store, you know, that sells like Rubik's Cubes and stuff in the early aughts / late 90s. And I remember always wanting to go there and buy like specialty cubes, like weird cubes, right? Back before you could just get them off Amazon or like any website for real easy. You know, that was always something I wanted to go like, oh, Dallas, that's where the Rubik's Cube store is. The one with the fancy obscure puzzles that I really want. But, you know, that would be a rare treat for me to go there. And now you can just get everything everywhere. It's no big deal.
To forge a brighter future. They may call you the kid.
And yeah, Rock Party lives in Dallas itself. That's right.
But to me, here and now, you're a good man.
You know, I said...
The right man for the job. So hold on to that badge. And when the dust has settled, I pray I'll...
I
don't know what he said. I sort of skipped the thing. A sheriff badge. I'm a sheriff now.
Not much left to discuss then, I reckon. Me and the kid will scrounge up supplies with you. No point in asking y'all for help.
Alright, that sounds good to me. Sorry for that little digression.
Time is of the essence, kid.
By the way, I've been...
Can't spend too long rummaging around either, or we'll run out of time to prepare.
I've been doing this thing recently where I can... Mad Dog has joined the party, hell yeah. Is the sheriff joining the party? Okay, we got time to make preparations. Oh, we got like a literal day-night cycle. We gotta make ourselves busy. Okay, cool. There are two ways to spend your time before the crazy bunch come calling. One, search the time for items that can be used for traps. Ask locals to set traps with the items in your inventory. Every moment counts, so let's do it. Just do it right.
A word of advice, kid. Remember this moment. Save the memory.
Ah. Yeah, let's we understand. This is a really interesting setup for a chapter. Wow. Ooh, don't wait. Do we... Does this, like, overwrite each other, like, if we save over one of our other dudes, or is it all just one file? I guess it's different files. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've been doing this thing recently where I can bring up a cue card. So, cue cards are something that'll basically be like a topic of conversation. I haven't done any of this stream, so I figured let's pull a couple and see what's on it. Oh yeah! So, yesterday, during yesterday's stream, we met a channel point incentive that I had to to pay off Lemmy's debts. So Lemmy Koopa last week, like a week ago basically, did some fraudulent channel point redemptions, like fake ones, and worked up a bit of a debt. And I had a channel point goal to pay it off, and that has been done, which means that at the next big event stream, there will be a Lemmy's Revenge segment of that stream, so that'll be fun. And during that, as like a little reward for meeting the incentive, I showed off a bunch of the weirder cubes that I have, and one of them that came up is the. Let me show you. One of them came up was this monstrosity. Let me get this out of the way. A little bit of sketches for my Mario making. Is this monstrosity here, which is called an Axis Cube, which, like, you know, you do some simple turns on it and it'll start looking horrific. Honestly, like, look, this is just I'm just gonna turn everything 180 degrees. Turn everything backwards, and already it's looking monstrous, right? Like, look at this crap. Anyway, let me move the camera so you can see my face better while I'm doing this. Anyway, during the big event stream in 2 weeks, I'm going to have another channel point redemption goal that everyone can work through and to contribute to during that stream. It'll be like really expensive or something, you know, it'll be like such and such, like 10,000 or so barrels of fuel, let's say, and it'll just be for that stream. But if we meet that, I will mix up and solve this live on stream. Now, the first time that I solved this, it took like 4 hours because I just didn't know where to start. I will say now I have my head more wrapped around it. I think I can do it in a lot less time than that. Maybe you know, a lot shorter. It is technically just a 3x3, so it shouldn't take much longer than a 3x3 in theory. It's just so fucking hard to get the head around, and sometimes if you fuck it up, it's just like, oh no, it's back to being all shuffled, oh no. It's pretty scary. So that'll be part of the big event stream coming up, which, by the way, let me show that again, the details for that. Right here. The big payout Celebrfest. The plans for that'll be on July 30th. Confirmed for July 30th, by the way. And the plans are SMM2, all viewer levels, all lightning round. Lemmy's Revenge, thanks to chat, where I have to beat all the other Koopalings in any of 4 games and then report to Lemmy that it's been done. So that'll be fun. What's your t-shirt? This is Majora's Mask on a popsicle. It's from the Yeti. DK64 randomizer with turbo settings, which is to say, I'm going to set it with all Kongs unlocked. Moves will not cost banana coins. I just have to find the shops to get them. There'll be no boss fights. Loading zones are randomized, so doorways and such go somewhere random. And all I have to do is get 20 golden bananas, no blueprints. And then there'll be Simpsons Hit and Run, only 5 redos. And then a regular playthrough of TTYD, Paper Mario. And then the last thing of that night will be a watch party. And let me tell you two what I'm planning for that. There's gonna be a sub goal for that watch party. 10 subs and we do the watch party. 10 subs and we watch a movie. 20 subs and we watch a bad movie. So that'll be the setup for that stream. We'll see if we can do it. I'm curious if we'll have a watch party. If not, I'll just continue playing T2ID, and you know that's fun too. We'll see. I would like a watch party, and we'll have a bit where I'm just scrolling through Amazon, I guess, live on stream, trying to find a good or bad movie for us to watch based on whichever of the goals we meet. All right, that's the big payout Celebrfest. Let's see one more card. I have a bunch of them. Oh yeah. So there's a Hitman DLC coming out on Tuesday, and I'm doing it as a extra stream on Tuesday. You can see on the schedule actually for this next week, which of course ends in the Celebrfest. That on the stream, which is this one. This week's schedule. Here it is. you can see that Monday and Thursday are going to be Link Between Worlds viewer levels and such. There's no Friday stream this week. It's gonna, since I'm doing the Saturday stream anyway, I'm gonna cancel the Friday one. But Tuesday, I'm gonna do a Hitman stream, so that'll be fun. Come on by for all that. Hope y'all will enjoy. And yeah. How about one more? One more of those cards. Broken Fans and Rent. That's right. I just renewed my lease, which is nice. Well, I say it's nice. It went up, but only by like $100 or $200 a month, which you know, I kind of feel like I got off okay based on like what I'm hearing about the market being really, really shit. You know, I was kind of fearing like, man, I might have to pay like $2,000 a month now or something. It might go up by like 500 or so, but it only went up like by not that much, more like 100 or 200 or something, which isn't as bad. But also at the same time, you know, I'll tell you, like in my apartment, you walk into the hallways, there are so many fans that are just spinning out of control because the fans that they got in this apartment, in the hallways, in the breezeways, they'll just randomly, like their blades will just fall off and fly off, and then the two blades that are left are out of balance, so they'll just be spinning like woo 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 woo, and that'll be making like an annoying noise. But the one one of them that's nearby I saw actually is even worse than that. It's lost all 3 blades. It is a fan that is spinning and it has no blades. Which when I see that I'm just like, dang, you know, that's a new low. I've seen fans lose blades before. At this apartment, it's been happening since I moved in basically that, you know, their fans have not been good. But I haven't seen it where it lost all 3 blades. That is incredible. Anyway, they want $200 or they want a couple $100 more a month from me. They can't even find fans that don't whiff off when you know, when used normally. That's rented for you. You're paying hundreds of dollars for things that don't even stay on the fucking fan. You know? They can't even get that right. Whatever. You know, you see it, you call it in, they'll fix it. They're a little understaffed, but they're doing what they can. Renting. I would really like to own a house or a condo or whatever, something that I owned, and you know, rather than giving money to a big apartment complex year in, year out, for no gain whatsoever. I heard today, I was told that the market is like coming down right now from that big bubble that it was in, which sounds good. Maybe like when my lease comes up, I'll be able to move somewhere nice, or like into more of a less of an apartment situation. That would be nice. I hope that's the case. You know, I always thought, you know, that you know, you get into your 30s, you move out of apartments. That's always what I thought the arc was. You know, but these days things are less sure than ever. I'm gonna go back to the couch and we're gonna do this this cowboy shit. Let's go prepare some traps and stuff. Hope you liked that little talk. A little bit of real talk and shit. Let's see one more of those cards while I start doing traps. Oh yeah, talk more about Netflix. So last time, or like maybe 2 streams ago actually, I talked a little bit about how like Netflix is kind of on the way down. They're losing subscribers and such. I have seen people saying like, oh, it's because they're canceling shows left and right. I want to say, I don't think that's Netflix's weakness. Personally, I think it's personally when I think of what Netflix's weakness is, it's a matter of like awareness, right? Like they have a habit of getting stuff and then telling no one that they got it, right? Like as far as cancellation goes, right? I watch a lot of anime, and most anime that is produced is a season 1, and you never know if there's ever going to be a season 2. You know, there's a million new shows every season, and it's quite obvious looking at them like, yeah, 90% of them are never going to come back because they're not successful enough for whatever reason. I understand that. I will enjoy the one season that we get, etc., etc. A pouch of oil, huh? Empty, huh? I see. That's this guy's collection line. Huh. So I understand, like, not renewing something or, like, taking a years between seasons, right? That's not unusual if you're coming from the anime world, or if that's your, like, frame of reference. Like, even this season, like, okay, the clock just struck the first bell. This season, has that one anime, what's that anime, Rock Party, you were saying it the other day, and I have been watching it, by the way. The Devil works part-time. The Devil is a part-timer. That came back, and I think the last season, the first season, was like 10 years ago or something? It was a while ago. It's maybe 2012, 2014, maybe 10 to 8 years or something since that first show was, the first season hit. And it's back, and it's like, okay, shit. And a lot of times that's not just because of production reasons, it's because stuff like, oh, you know, it's because of stuff like, oh, the manga, the source material, is slow, and they need this much time to write that much material to get ahead of the show. So, you know, I know that, like, a lot of the things that Netflix cancels isn't exactly that. Yeah, let's do it. Sure, we'll prepare a thing.
There you go.
But still, it's like, I don't begrudge them for that shit, right? It's like, yeah, you do what you gotta do. The thing I wish that they would do, though, is I feel like with Netflix, it's very hard to know, like, what's good. It's very hard to know what's coming, and it's very hard to know, like, what you should be watching, right? It's very easy to just look through Netflix and not find anything good at all, right? Even though they have such and such amazing shows, amazing movies, etc. Just staring it down. I've been here before, haven't I? Yeah, I already cleaned this house out. Robotic enhancements. I don't think this chapter is gonna have any of those, actually. Second bell.
Second bell.
Yeah, and these bells go fast. I wonder if this is going to be like multiple nights. You know, like every night we're preparing traps, or if this is just a one and done situation for this set piece. I think it's cool and unique that each of these arcs like sort of unfolds in interesting ways that are very cinematic and well put together. I can see why this is such a like cult classic. Anyway, when it comes to that, there was this story recently, right? Netflix doing a bunch of layoffs of like a blog site they had created, and they'll call it like a journalistic outlet, but it's basically a blog. And you know, I saw it, and people were saying at the time like, "Oh, it's not their fault. They did their best work, and Netflix didn't support them." You know, we should all be ashamed or something that we didn't look at their efforts really. And my thought of that is like, yeah, you know, it's very Netflix to start a blog to try to stop their shows from dying in obscurity, and it dies in obscurity because they don't tell anyone about that they started it. Jeez, there was nothing in this building.
Third bell.
You know, as far as like, how do you do a blog? Let me tell you, I'm no expert on blogs, honestly, but I have a very simple little tip for Netflix. Put it on the homepage. That's what Crunchyroll does, and people read the Crunchyroll blog. Why? It's on the front page, man. Can't miss it. Put a link to it at least. Like, you look at Netflix's homepage, right? There's no indication they have a blog. And if they did, you know, you could click on it and go like, oh, what shows are coming? People would do that. They do it for Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll is like an order of magnitude smaller, so It'd probably work for Netflix as well if they tried it. They just... The feeling I get for Netflix, right, is that they're a company that's slowly circling the drain, unable to compete with competition that is suddenly, you know, it's no longer just like, oh, it's Paramount Plus and Hulu, a bunch of no-hopers running around. No, it's like, now you got Disney, and Disney has Star Wars, and they don't just got Star Wars, they got all those Disney movies as well, and Marvel movies too. And it's like, oh shit, that's more than one thing. Paramount, take note. It's not just Star Trek this time. Is Paramount Star Trek? I'm not sure. But they got more than one thing now. And you see that and you're like, oh shit, it's more than one thing. You know, and you got HBO Max, which you know, I think has surprised a lot of people by coming along and being like, oh shit, they got a million things. They got such a well done like library of stuff. And you know, actually, you know, I don't think anyone thought that a new streaming service could be successful in like the year HBO Max came out, but they have been hugely successful out there, and a lot of that is owning a lot of property, you know, being able to throw their weight around as far as like, yeah, we got Harry Potter, we got this show, we got MK, we got all sorts of shit. And we got all sorts of movies too, like Dune and all that. And it's like, oh, god damn, yeah, you guys are putting up a fight. And putting together like a good offering that really makes the Netflix look like they have been failing, right? And the thing I say about Netflix, right, is that one of their core problems is that they have been like courting.
It'll take a moment.
Yeah.
They have been courting a lot of like. And by the way, Tripucka says that Paramount is Star Trek. Yep. Anyway, they have been courting a lot of like shows and stuff for the last 10 years, right? But at the same time, I don't think that any of the shows that they have reached like all-time classic status. You know what I mean? Like, there's no show in 10 years that you're gonna come back and watch again. You know, there's nothing like The Office. They don't have an Office tier show. They don't have anything like that that's just will stand the test of time and will be just something that you can return to time and time again. Go like, yeah, I like to see The Office, or you know, like how people like to see. What is the show with the comedian? I was just watching an episode of it. I'm not as big into that show. With what is that show? It's tip of my tongue. Named after the guy, starts with an S. I'm not as big into that show, but my parents like it. So, you know, I'll watch some with them.
Fifth bell.
I don't think the man himself, the comedian man, I don't think he's very funny. ... I think we need to talk to some people and set up some traps. Okay. I think we did enough looting. You guys can do anything or what? Oh, I already went in the storehouse, I'm sure. Well, let's go in more rooms. What I'd really like from them is to create shows like, you know, that can stand up to stuff like the stuff that they're losing, right? Like Netflix used to have Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They used to have Star Trek. They used to have all sorts of things, and they used to have The Office, and they just have no real replacements other than like shows that you will watch once and then forget. And I think that's a core weakness of theirs. Really, I feel like, well, what they would want to do is try to get like exclusive rights to something that is as good as The Office, but they just have been unable to put anything like that together, and like anything like buying anything quite like that.
This week's earnings.
You're right.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, we literally don't need that. What's this? It's nothing.
There's one of my moles poster of this dancing girl. She's got this grace and power about her, you know? Sexy, but a little intimidating.
Wow.
but in a way that makes her even more.
Yeah, that sounds nice, barkeep.
Well, it breaks my.
Are we taking it? We're taking it. Okay, well, I guess we're setting up like a Metal Gear Solid 2 style, like, girly mag sort of distraction thing, so that when the bandits see it, they go like, "Ooh, boy, look at that!"
Hey!
God, guys, what is it?
Biscuit.
Okay, I guess they said to go look in the rooms where Metal Gear got its horny distractions from. Yeah, maybe. I guess this would be the originator of it then. A strip of jerky. Someone's gonna run in and be like, "Hey, that was my grandma's jerky." Seinfeld. That's the name of the show. Yes, they don't have something that's like as timeless as like an Office or a Seinfeld. Though personally, I would say I like The Office like a lot more than I like Seinfeld. Do I need to be like going out and setting traps with this stuff that I've been picking up, or just I think maybe we've done our thing. I think maybe we've done the thing. We interacted with everything that I saw. So let's do another save, like a separate save. Let's not overwrite just in case. X. Okay. Let's do a separate save, and then sundown will face the bandits at dawn.
Everything you need.
Yep.
Good. Goes without saying that some will take longer, so hurry.
Okay. I need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
Oh, okay, shit. Slingshot. That's your deal. Okay, so now that we're ready, I need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Let's see. It might seem presumptuous to offer the woman a frying pan, but in the hands of one like that, watch out. Okay, shit. Well, the game is telling me I should use frying pan. Though it is, like the game said, like it's a little presumptive that the frying pan would be her weapon of choice.
Need you to set a trap.
Gotta use all the women. If I ever was someone I would entrust with bottled fire, it'd be her. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Dallas is... I think she's a firebrand. I think that's idea. I need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
What? Why did I give him horse shit, though? I could just give him horse shit. What food better to make most of a certain priceless treasure than its owner? That's true, but what if I gave him horse shit? No, we'll do it right. We'll do the barkeep's beloved poster. Set it up for us, partner. I need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
Our innkeeper may want more of their pants at home, but I wouldn't count him out yet. What does that mean? Is this guy the innkeeper? What does this mean? What is the hint here? Okay, here's what I want to do. You get horse shit. You get horse shit. Also, yeah, I just literally picked up some horse shit in one of the barns and brought it out and gave it to this dude.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you?
All right, give a man a shovel, and he won't let you down. Okay, I think I know what we need to give him. I feel like we missed the hint for that last one, for the innkeeper. I'm not sure if horse shit was what he was looking for.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
He's gotta be good for something. Doesn't strike me as a man of any particular talent. You know what? I'm fresh out of horse shit, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna give you. Never seen a horse that didn't like carrots. Tell you what, you get a carrot. I need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap?
You see is what you get, and I ain't seeing much. Maybe he will surprise us both. I don't think I want to give him a gun. No. I don't want to give him anything too deadly. I'm giving you another carrot. You get a carrot, man. I don't know if I trust you.
Need you to set a trap.
You guys good with traps? I'll not deny we need all the help we can get, but I would temper my expectations. These guys are musicians. They're good. But maybe I should not give them, like, explosives. You know what? I think we're good. You guys can chill. You know what? Let's take it easy. Oh, you Sheriff, you gotta get a good one. What kind of trap you think? That there is dynamite. Okay, he wants the dynamite. Yeah, okay. Let me just talk to these ones. Okay, this guy's the most skilled.
What kind of trap you think?
Give a man a carrot? Okay, shit. Well, this guy actually wants a carrot. Maybe I made a mistake giving those other guys carrots. The rejects.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap?
He's in the middle. A coal tar guy. Okay. This guy's a coal tar man. You got it. Okay.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you think?
Yeah. What do we want to give this guy? I don't want to give him anything too dangerous. What should I give him, chat? Any ideas? Just carrot. You can't go wrong with giving a man a carrot. Jerky? I don't think the jerky is a trap though. I think the jerky is just.
Don't see how we could make use of that.
Okay, that's fair. He's like, jerky? Yeah, that's not a trap, man. Okay, you get a carrot. I don't think you can screw up a carrot too badly.
7th bet.
All right. Let's do another save. It's time to do a showdown here. Let me see if there's any equipment that I can equip. Also, yeah, I'll equip this guy as well. And let's go. They're all setting up their traps. Lovely. Well, I hope you all have time to do your thing. Because, yeah. About to be showtime. Like the television network. Showtime. Let's see if there's another card. How about another card while we're waiting for things to wrap up here and for the bandit time to go. Oh yeah, I've been watching Diary of Our Days at the Breakwater. It's an anime from a couple seasons ago. I've been rewatching it. It's a nice slice of life about girls that want to go fishing and stuff. I like a slice of life at the end of a day, you know, as like a final thing before I go to sleep. So I've been going through it at a pretty fast rate, you know, because like yeah, at the end of the day, there's nothing better than just like a single episode of a slice of life because first off, you know, it's good as like a wind down thing. You know, can't go wrong with that as the last thing. And two, there's very little chance of there being a cliffhanger or something where I want to watch a second episode. You know, I know when I'm getting into a slice of life, 20 minutes, and then I'm ready for bed, or you know, ready to brush teeth and stuff. You know, I'm 20 minutes and there's gonna be no temptation to keep going, or perhaps not as much. It's a great show. You know, there's this girl. She you know, originally wants to be in the handcrafts club, and she is convinced instead to be in the fishing club. You know, fishing / seafood club. which isn't quite her thing, but she has, turns out, a childhood friend in the club, so they get along, and it's kind of cute and fun, and you know, you get to see them eat nice-looking food, which is you know, cool. I like to see it. Though I will say, the one time I had sashimi, I didn't really get it. I went to the sushi place that I like, ordered some sashimi. Is that Radon from Elden Ring? You know, I haven't played Elden Ring, so I don't know that reference. But I will believe it if that is the case. That could easily be him. Or maybe... Okay, well that looks less intimidating now. He just looks like a guy.
Thank God. Finally. After 3 days and 3 nights of walking through the desert.
Wait.
Civilization.
Wait a minute. This ain't the bandits. Oh no!
Father?
That's a bad look. Oh no! Oh no! I finally found a town. Now I hope someone doesn't shoot me because I've wandered into an action movie. Oh shit! What the fuck? That was some Team Rocket stuff. Someone, they fell into a pit. Holy shit!
Huh?
Huh?
Why in the hell someone put this here of all places? That's just weird.
It's a trap, dude. What do you? Oh, the porn! The porn! The sexy picture! He was distracted by the sexy picture. Oh, it worked. What the fuck? That was a big explosion. Holy shit. That went really well.
You will come outside and present yourselves to me at once.
Okay.
Refuse, and we will treat you as we would any other pests and smoke you out of your burrow.
I think the traps went well. Good job, everyone, on those.
Mister?
Fantastic work. It's time, Mad Dog. Fantastic work, everyone. Now let's go face off with them.
I've been waiting to look this devil in the eye.
That's right.
I'm coming too.
He joined the party? He's the sheriff.
Today is not the day for you to find your courage.
Dang.
Should the worst come to the worst, should the two of us be killed, it falls to you to protect these people.
Here we go, folks. It's time for the show off.
But you won't be killed, right, kid?
Of course not. This is just a really good Western movie, basically. That payoff was really good for the time. What the fuck? That guy has a machine gun on his back. I guess that is Radon from Elden Ring. I mean, look at the size of him. That is one massive sprite. That is one massive gun. That is one big boy. We meet at last. For the first time. For the last time.
It is you, then. You who educated Pac and his brothers so deftly in the ways of war.
That's right. Me,
I
Sundown.
owe you a debt for the generosity you showed my disciples.
You're welcome.
We are men of violence, yes, but we are nevertheless men.
This is Cowboy Radon. You might not be able to beat this. Well, we'll see what happens, and maybe we'll check out another one. We'll check out another story after this if we have fucked up somehow.
So I would. In blood.
I was wondering that right? Like, Jesus, he's. Whoa, okay. This is our first battle, by the way, since we fought the tutorial guys. We didn't get enough traps finished? Oh, wow. Okay. How about a through and through shot? Does that like penetrate? Oh yeah, got all three of them in one shot. That's nice. Horseplay. Uh-oh. But he has a counter. I don't think I can... I can't get 3 like he did. But I think I can get 2. One well-placed shot to make the thing ride the lightning. Texas Jitterbug. Uh-oh. Winchester. I only got the boss and the guy on the right in this fight. Let's do Texas Jitterbug. This looks like an AoE. Wait, does this take time to execute? Okay. Ooh. You still that one on the far.
Slower and you'd be standing still.
All right, let's do another through and through shot, and that should kill at least one of them. That guy is vulnerable. Let's shoot him with Ride the Lightning. Good.
That's your best?
We killed that guy too. There are 2 horsemen though. That might be trouble. Ow!
Don't ask for mercy.
Horseplay is... Okay, okay. I want to use double shot on this guy. I wonder if I should be healing. I'm gonna use Sidewinder. These guys have really really.
I think you need a few more hoes.
Oh fuck me! Uh-oh. That Gatling gun is really strong, huh? Holy shit! And you got the boss and the other ones, huh? Do I have items? Let's see, I have a jerky. Are my allies... Is he dead? Oh no.
This ought to help.
Okay, let's do... You also had rocks to hide behind. Oh shit, rocks? You could get rocks in here? He's charging up. A bugle. He did a heal. Oh no. Okay, I want to do Ride the Lightning again on this guy. That was... I don't know if that was very good. Oh, but it did stun. I want to focus down this guy. Is the guy that's down gaining any meter? I wonder. Do I have any items that will heal him? I think I want to finish off this guy. Sidewinder on this guy right here. There we go. It's just the big guy left. Uh-oh. Jesus! Again? Uh-oh. Well, my guy is really dead now. That's not good. You can use a healing item, but only if you don't lose anyone that's hit while they're down.
Not even a scratch.
I feel like I want to move out of the way now.
you need a few more.
Alright, he missed, he missed. So long if I'm like not at an angle to him. Let's do the jitterbug. Uh-oh, he stepped closer. So long as I'm like off the diagonal. I think am I safe? Yes, I'm safe. So long as I'm like not on a diagonal to him, I can do damage to him without being able to get damaged myself, it looks like.
To judge you, I apologize.
I'm standing in his blind spot.
You've more violence in you than I thought.
A little bit of a heal, but not that much. He's close to death. Uh-oh. Is there anything that I can use to move around? Let's use the jitterbug.
I'll never sleep.
We defeated him!
Never die.
Holy shit. Oh. And my guy is back to being alive. That's good. He seems to be turning to goo.
Are you alright, mister?
Feel like that's going to be something that comes up later. Like how our bad guys are like dark goo people. Evil spirits are possessing them or something. You can use a healing item. Okay, yeah, I already did that one.
We won!
We won! Holy shit. Is that the end of the Wild West chapter? Wait, what? He turned into a horse.
As I live and breathe. Did he just turn into a horse?
He did. What the fuck? You're gonna have to go to bed? Yeah, have a good night, your bucket. He did turn into a horse.
Until Odio came along. Story was that the Sioux and Cheyenne had massacred Custer 7th, but a single Union horse did.
Damn. He was that horse.
And they said he was death itself. And maybe they were right.
God
He
damn.
never slept, they said. Never slept.
We did a good job there.
I don't know how to thank you, kid. Or maybe I do. Stranger.
That's all well and good for you.
Does he still want to have a showdown?
You neither, kid. We've got...
That's right.
That's right. That's how this has to end, with the two of us facing off.
Stop it! You beat Odio together.
Stay out of it.
Stay out of it.
This is between me and him.
I think they messed up though, making the Sunset Kid the bad one,
Ain't that
and
right,
Mad Dog's technically the bounty hunter good one. Technically, shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
Mad Dog being the baddie. That's fine though. Maybe, you know, Mad Dog has a sense of justice. Dogs are good.
Okay then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Again, shout out to Church's Chicken. Very good chicken. I also like Boston Market, as far as chicken goes. And Wingstop? Ooh, Wingstop's good. That's a reference to earlier, when I was, also I'm still Sundown, so, you know, we're kind of biased in this situation. We want Sundown to win. Well, shit. Pretty good bullet. Ooh, but my bullet's better. Well, I'm gonna use a hollow point on you. Sorry, that's gonna have to do it. Wonder if this keeps going, or if that's just the end of the story. If that, God damn, you're fast. That was the end of the story. It would make sense. But I feel like you gotta have a second chapter to, well, a second act to this chapter. But that was a good. That was, if that's the whole chapter, that's pretty well realized and pretty cool. That like, oh yeah, you got this a whole western section where you only like engage in combat twice.
Do you have to go so soon?
That's really interesting. Like, you could see a whole game where you were the cowboy, and yet this whole bespoke battle system and bespoke character only comes into play like 3 times, less than 5. A handful. Less than that.
I'll do it. Thank you for
I suppose, you know, with this one, if you mess up and you have to redo it, that can be part of the challenge, right? Like, you can have to take multiple goes at it.
If it's about the badge, just a piece of cheap tin in the... I reckon I can serve these people as...
That's true. Thank you kindly.
I can't leave you, but there's something else we ought to get.
Money?
I'm afraid we don't have a lot to offer. Just a few. Will you take it?
I don't want your money.
I don't want your money.
That's right. We're a noble outlaw. I don't know if we're an outlaw. We're just wanted. I don't know why we're wanted. Sundown.
It's been a long since I had the chance to do something. That's reward enough.
Okay, he's a bit of a scoundrel, but he's happy to help.
Oh, kid.
Once in a blue moon. It's nearly 1 a.m. About time to wind down, I suppose. See who's online. But honestly, I wouldn't mind. Let me see who I'm following, who is online.
Well, I'll be.
Who do we want to raid?
It's him.
Anelrad? Maybe Anelrad. What's that? Who's him?
That man there once made a name for it, but as
Fastest lawman.
Morn came to a head when a gang of outlaws rode not long after he vanished. And then a bounty was put up for a theretofore unheard a fortune to tempt the greedy to follow him into the desert.
Huh. So I was secretly a good guy then.
Hey, mister! Kid, we'll never forget you!
That's really well executed. They did a great job on this. I would like to have a look at one more of these chapters, like sort of just have a quick look. Oh geez, that's credits. Yeah. That's really fascinating. Now, that's a whole chapter that we did just there. Like, it's self-contained. There's only 3 fights to speak of, and it's mostly talking, and it's great. Wow, that was refreshing. I want to see. I want to poke the head in, and do one more. Here's what I'm thinking: either the astronaut or the robot. I guess it's not an astronaut. The robot in space, or the near future. And this will not be like playing the whole thing. This is merely just like seeing the setup, seeing how it feels, etc. I'd like to go to space. Tell you what, okay, let's do both. We'll just poke the head in one, then quit out, poke the head in the other. That'll be the plan. Is there more? Probably not more, wow. And I bet with the other one, the martial arts one that we did, I bet that after you do that one, after you do like that, we left on like an encounter, right? An actual bandits were doing a thing. I bet after we did that, it would be over after that, which is really quite interesting. You know, it's got this whole tactics layer, but that only comes up like a few times. It's almost more of a like small story game, you know, which is surprising. I mean, I guess, you know, with 7 stories to speak of, they have to be pretty small to fit them in and to be like reasonably length. But you kind of expect them to be longer, just because, you know, RPGs can be that way. Though I suppose, you know, we haven't seen how they tie together. If they tie together, I bet they tie together. I bet there's gonna be some sort of something like there was another game that was kind of like this where you played in like different characters from different eras, and they all came together and like eventually through the machinations of the story. It was 11 something. It was like a visual novel slash mech game where it's, you know, Japanese, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's Japanese. 11 somethings. But that one, I'm pretty sure everything eventually does tie together, all the different time periods. And I wonder, Saga Frontier, is that it? Dude, Saga Frontier. I wasn't thinking of that one. I was thinking of, let me see, 11 Sentinels? 11 Sentinels, that's the one I was thinking of. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. That's it. I just Googled it. On the road again. We're on the road again. We're seeing places that we've never been. I guess there's multiple with that idea of like multiple stories that completed character data. Dang, man. We completed a chapter here today. How do you like that? And yeah, you can see it has a gun on it now, so we've done the gunslinger. Damn. I didn't think we would actually clear any chapters today. I didn't know how long any of them were. We unlocked the jukebox. Why does it say both in progress and complete? Whatever. Okay. I want to see near future, and then I want to see far future. This one sounds weird. So let's do a little bit of that, and then a little bit of the other one, far future. I just want to see basically the intro cutscene, and maybe a little more. And then we'll head off in a raid to someone. I'm not sure who.
So tell me, you happy with your lot in life?
You betcha. Who is this?
Glad to hear it. That being said, you could spare a thought for folks who haven't got it good as you know? Not to get too preachy, though I suppose, but hear me out. Just
This game seems solid. I'm glad I got it. This one seems like very JRPG. Like, you got a JRPG protagonist here. The world is kind of a little more what's the word? A little more fantasy than the other settings, which have been very grounded. And also, you're playing as like a rebellious little teen. A rebellious teen. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to school. And, you know, he has to deal with the pressures of life. His father was murdered by someone in a mask.
Please.
This is basically the present now. This is probably like 2022 or something. This game came out 20 years ago, after all.
I got there just in time to see the light leave my father's eyes.
Damn.
He was
This
a cop.
guy's...
Riot police.
Okay.
A decorated officer who had been tasked with taking down a notorious biker gang, the Crusaders.
You know what this is? This is, what's that game? What's that game where the guy's father died? He was killed
I doubt
by...
he had any idea it might turn out like this when he left for work that morning.
He was killed by some sort of Chinese conspiracy.
He was my
and
hero.
you know,
He
his son,
sacrificed so
who is a
much.
martial artist,
And then
runs around town, you know, asking people, "Do you know where the Chinese people are? Do you know where I can find any sailors?" You know the one? You know the game? Sort of like Yakuza without good fighting. It's Yakuza adjacent. It is, there's 3 of them. Tip of my tongue what it's called. I think Sega made it.
Okay, everyone. We have some new friends joining us today.
Here we are in school.
Go on and introduce yourself to the others.
I think that's me in the middle. My name is Akira. What is that game's name?
And this is his little sister, Cowdy. Now, I want you all to...
That
Yes, miss?
Let me Google. I'm just gonna Google. Do you know where I can find sailors? Shenmue. That's it. Knew it started with an S.
What was that, Watanabe?
They're not being very welcoming.
Yes, miss?
Well, you don't have enough desks, so for the 2 of us, so I don't know what you guys are gonna do. There's only 5 tables and 6 students.
it was around the time Cowdy and I were sent to Bright Sparks Orphanage that I first noticed that I begun to develop some
Different.
strange powers.
Yeah,
I found that I
strange
could
powers.
read people's minds and even make things move without touching them.
He's a psychic.
It was as easy as pushing a button.
Why?
Just like that, I could hear their inner thoughts. loud and
Why?
clear.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. I hit the Y button.
Yeah, just like that. So tell me, if you had how would you use it? As for me,
I'd probably not use it. You know, that's kind of an invasion of someone's privacy, you know? If it was the sort that was, you know, that you can control. If you can't control it, I guess go wild, but, you know. But if you can control it, best to play it cool. Do not use it. You know what? This guy is the son of a cop. He probably wants to become a cop. I guess in his case, he's gonna use it to, you know, investigate crimes and get to the bottom of who killed his father. Well, okay, that makes sense. That's obvious. So I can speak or I can read their mind. Being a salesman isn't so all bad. I can never get away playing hooky like this if I was chained to a desk. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. You could just, like, as a salesman, you can just sit down in a park and go like, oh, okay, I don't want to work today. But then again, hey, you know, we're all working from home now, so... perfect place to relax. You're not wrong. What is she thinking? I'll bet the kid is a hooligan. I'm cool. What's your deal? Do I know you? Does he have to go like... Every time he's reading minds, I'm reading your mind! Not exactly very stealthy. I go for taiyaki right now. That's food. Italian by the Bay Bridge. It'll be just like hitting up Juliana's in Hawaii. I think this is Japan, by the way, maybe. Seriously, or a cheapskate? When the time is right. She wants to confess. She wants to confess her love. Fail Not's dating guide. Don't fail me now. Okay, they both want each other. That's nice. Well, I suppose they wouldn't be going on a date if they didn't. Let me read this person's mind, this kid. He must be one of the creeps, a kidnapper. Yeah, if you see anyone going like this, in a public place, like, you should be a little suspicious. He looks like he's concentrating really heavily. really hard all the time. He's just walking up to people and going like, "Ah." That's something to worry about. Okay, yeah, this is Japan. That's Japanese. That's Japanese, you know, symbols, characters. Oh shit! That's the guy who killed my dad, or someone dressed like him. Yep, more of them. 3 of them. I think maybe we might have done something. I appreciate how like don't try anything stupid.
What are you looking at?
Wait. They said shit earlier.
What the hell?
They're not allowed to say fuck? Okay.
We got here?
Didn't think I'd meet the quota, but this...
A quota?
Screw you and your quota. I'm not going anywhere with you losers.
Dang,
What did you say to me?
we know what they're after, so we're in a good position to. Oh. Someone's pulling up in a bike. Is it cool? This friend of mine. You know what this guy looks like? He's got some Polnareff hair. Well, not quite, but
When did the Crusaders start snatching kids?
tall hair, very Polnareff.
Who am I?
He's badass biker.
Isn't it obvious?
Badass biker.
I'm a local businessman.
What? Okay, this is a cool dude. We'll do this fight, and then we'll... Oops, I gotta remember not to... The thing about this game I think is kind of weird is that you just move by moving around, so you can accidentally waste time if you accidentally input. Mother's Shame. Confuse enemies with thoughts of their mom. Okay, let's use Mother's Shame. Holy shit, we just killed 2 guys by confusing them, making them think of their mother. This guy has interesting hurt boxes. Like, look at these. They're not quite... He can hit above, but not to the left or right with lightning uppercut. And that also seems to turn him around, but didn't do much. Self-care. Think happy thoughts. That's very funny. And that's how you heal. That makes sense. Okay, let's do a gut punch. That did it. That did the trick. Guy have like ranged attacks. I guess his mother's shame, which by the way seems to have like a weird range on this one. Like it like covers. Oh, maybe it covers. No, it doesn't cover the whole field because it missed that guy originally. But it only goes side to side. There's some interesting properties in each of these chapters that has like different implications to how the tactics system works, right? Like in the cowboy scene, obviously, cowboy chapter, they all had guns, so they were all playing with like, you know.
All right, who's next?
Like being able to hit at range, whereas these guys, the ones in the martial arts chapter, were all melee, but all really close melee and like jumps and stuff. Whereas these guys. And all like symmetric as well. These guys have some weird boxes that are more horizontal than vertical, or vice versa, and it's interesting. Weird.
Thanks, man. I
Hey,
owe you one.
owe you one, yeah.
You
yeah,
better
yeah.
watch your back. Those punks have been acting weird.
More like stupid. Trying to snatch an orphan.
How's your sister?
Kari? She's cool. She's...
Yeah, I got a headache. All right.
Thanks, Matsu. But seriously.
Okay, we know this guy. His name is Matsu, a friend of ours. I'm gonna read his mind.
We knew they were involved.
disappearing all those folks?
Yeah, he's figuring it out, one thing and again at a time. Our cool businessman friend. Those trees in the background look really good. Like they're sort of stylized, you know, like they would fit in with the pixel art. But they're also just like realistic looking trees at the same time. Whatever they're doing, it's a good compromise between the two. Looks like we got some sort of intro theme here. Go Steel Titan. Wow. Wow, okay. I see what it's going for, right. Wow. There's some robot we have to put together. Holy shit. Now this is an entirely different genre as the Wild West stuff. But it also is just like executed as well. Just as well as the cowboy chapter. Wow. I think that's enough of that one. Let's check out the space one, and then I'll send you somewhere. I think we got a good idea what's going on here. We're gonna go to space. We're gonna be a robot. Originally, when I started this, I was thinking like, there's an astronaut, right? I'll be the astronaut. That sounds like a weird.
For me.
That sounds like a weird thing for a RPG to do.
Come inside.
Come on, let's go.
Peace.
Later. Here we are at the orphanage, but that's not important. Go ahead and save game. Which, by the way, I think... Yeah, this shows that all the other... I suppose we could be saving over the older ones without, like, losing our progress, couldn't we? Oh, what am I doing? Turn the chapter select. I'm not sure. We're gonna poke ahead in one more chapter here. Distant future. In this one, you're a robot. You're in space. Some stuff is happening. Let's go. Just go ahead and see just the basic gist of this whole thing, and then I'll send you somewhere. That'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for coming by, for watching some Live Alive with me, or watching some Live Alive with me, watching me play Live Alive live on the internet. Cogito ergo sum. It's a civilian heading to Earth. It has xenobiological specimen and 5 crew. Huh. This one's gonna be like a bottle episode where you only have 5 characters, isn't it? Well, maybe it'll be like Among Us, where like, or like The Thing, you know, where there's some sort of infestation going around the crew. Is this aliens? Is this Alien? I think this might be Alien, except we're playing a robot rather than a cool lady. Which, hey, I'll say, like, one of these chapters probably should have been a lady. That you know, in Octopath, they would obviously make that mistake. You know what? Or make that correction, rather. But, you know, hey, it was the 90s when they made this game. They didn't think games would sell if they starred ladies back then. It was not popular. You know, even DKC 3, which stars Dixie Kong, they were like, when they put out DKC 3, they were like, fuck! We accidentally made a game about a girl and her baby sidekick, which, by the way, it's kind of shitty to make it so, like, how do we make someone who's lesser than a girl? Oh, it has to be a baby. It's like, what? You could have just had a dude. But whatever. In a lot of cases, in a lot of the advertising, I think, they tried to spin it, even though it's called Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, as being Kiddy Kong's game. Like, hey guys, this is a game about Kiddy Kong, who of course is a dude. He's a boy, and you know, this is not a girl's game. This is not a girl's game. No, not at all. Not a girls' game. No, no, no. So, you know, the 90s, not the time for female protagonists were kind of not there yet. You know, they didn't know what to do with them, and when they did have them, as if by accident, they they didn't do right by them in most cases. They were either weird about them, tried to hide that they were there, or were just really pervy about it, you know, really much. Yeah, you want to see these these Laura Croft, the Laura Crofts, you know, you know. You want to see Laura Croft, right? That was the about as far as like promoting a female protagonist went. The Mechanical Heart. Anyway, we're a robot, so that's better than that's something. Let's go ahead and see what's up. I am this funny little robot. I have just been activated for the first time. We're in space. We're on a spaceship. I kind of think it would be cool if everyone was in like astronaut gear, you know, like Apollo mission type stuff with the white and like the you know like 11 in My Hero Academia.
Okay.
That's sort of the getup I would like them to be in. Also, that's a guy apparently.
That's odd.
Sounds Australian.
Very odd indeed.
He sounds like
I'm certain I
Verdantry.
did everything right.
He sounds like Verdantry. If y'all know Verdantry is someone Rock Party and Trebucket and I know from Dan Reichert's community, and he's Australian.
It worked. It worked.
These guys Australian?
Brilliant. Wonderful.
I think they
Hello
might
there,
be.
little one. Can you hear me? My name is Kato. K-A-T-O.
Not a
Kato.
very Australian name.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
But this is the far future,
Right,
after all.
Of course. You.
Right. My
Let's
name
see.
is.
Roundy? That's terrible.
Yeah, not Roundy. It would be funny if this is the one case where you can't put in a name.
Well,
because
you may
this
be round,
Kato's the one that
but
names you.
Cube.
Yeah, I guess.
That's impressive. Naming was never my. Perhaps inspiration. Come along, little one.
Okay. Maybe you just don't get a name here. I think it'd be fun if, like, there was one case where you just don't get named, or don't get name your guy. The memory foam not only conforms to the occupant's body, but also uses electric pulses to stimulate their muscles while sleeping and maintain physical fitness. Oh, that's cool. I feel like that would make your sleep worse, though, in practice, you know. But in space, you need every advantage because you're going to atrophy. You know, your muscles are. So this is the ship.
Good.
This is where this chapter is going to take place. I suppose this game is going to be just a bunch of bottle episodes, a bunch of bottle episodes, maybe not the right word, short stories, like 7 of them. And I think that's very cool.
The first thing we need to do, otherwise you won't be free to move about.
Okay, yeah, we need to be registered and we need to have a name for that.
Careful now.
Okay. Should have talked to you first. Got it.
Right then. Yes.
Beep boop bop boop beep boop bop. Hello.
Top of the morning to you too. I'd like to enter a new crew member into.
Alright. Robot. Yep. Cube. Yep, cube, that's right. I'm a spear, but you know, whatever. Cube works.
And with that,
Oh, and what access to private quarter to enter. So, if you're ever having trouble to do so, access. Do you understand?
No, I'm good. I understand. Though I might forget by the next
order of
time I
business
play.
is a test of your I'm going to leave this room and head to another.
Okay, well, let's find him. That seems like a pretty good cutoff point. We'll do this little what the fuck? Wow, this ship is actually more complicated than I thought. And there's elevators too. I don't know where the elevators lead. It leads like from the top to the bottom maybe? Like, okay, ship. Well, let's find him. We're gonna explore around a bit, and I'm gonna send you somewhere. Not sure who is online, but I'll find someone good, and I'll try to send you to a smaller streamer on account of, you know, bigger streamers often have the alerts suppressed for smaller raids, which, you know, this is fixing to be a quite small raid. Oh, there he is. That was pretty easy.
Good. You made it. Now it's time for you to meet.
Okay, let's meet our
Through
fellow
this door,
crew
you'll
members.
use them to put humans into cold sleep. Little one, I want you to head inside. You can do it.
Right, let's do it. This is fixing to be a rather small raid, so, you know, that'll be fun. But, you know, sure, a lot of smaller streamers will appreciate even a smaller raid, so, you know, we'll find someone good who will have such a, who will like to see us come in. You know, I did a, what I thought was a pretty big raid on Dan Reichert the other day, as you might remember. But apparently it was not big enough to actually get an alert on his channel. I don't know, that's partners for you. You know, 5 was apparently not the threshold. Must be like 6 or something, because I have seen raids of like 5 or 6 or 7 people get an alert on his stream, so we either must have been very close to that threshold, or I don't know. Anyway, there was some stuff on that stream that I had sent in, like, you know, literally minutes after the raid, he read the diary of that I had, you know, filled out a bunch of entries in, so it was good to send y'all over there. I don't regret that at all, but, you know, I probably should pick out someone who will see a raid if it's under 5 people in the future, and I know that. But, you know, in that case, I had no choice. That's what I was going to do last night, so that's where I had to send y'all. That's where I had to send the people. They're all pretty confused. Waking everyone up. They're all kind of confused. You know, they're probably planning on sleeping until they got to the thing. A robot woke them up. Maybe they don't recognize where the robot came from.
I appreciate the help.
All right.
Good morning, my friends.
Morning. It's actually 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. But who's counting?
Finished your pet project?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Rachel. Looking forward to working with you.
Cube.
Nice to meet you, buddy. Name's Kirk.
Nice to meet y'all as well. Come on out.
Rise and shine, Huey. We've
Show us what you've got. Mind giving Sleeping Beauty?
Okay, I'll give him a swift kick. I wonder if there's combat in this one. Like, I don't know if a cube can fight.
Kirk, I'll thank you
You
again
dingus.
for not kicking a blissfully sleeping man. I'm sure we had this.
I'm not Kirk, I'm Cube.
What is?
I'm a robot.
Easy there, Huey. You're still coming out of As for the new edition, it's that bot Kato's been...
Huh? Oh, bot.
Yeah.
Kato's bot.
Yep. New
Right,
robot.
That project of his. He got it up and running.
Yeah, that's a robot and all.
Hello there. I'm Huey.
Hello. How are you? That
Corporal
guy
Darth.
looks like he's
Feeling well
a
rested?
corporal. Military
Hardly.
man.
If anyone actually feels better coming out of cryo, I've yet to meet them.
Yeah, I think these guys are Australian.
Guess what, Corporal?
Yeah,
Cardo finally finished the bot he was working on.
they sound Australian. I think that's cool. I think it's cool they have different accents from the ones at the previous chapters. I think that's a great touch. They did a fantastic job, like giving each chapter its own personality.
Tell me though,
and its own like bespoke
do you intend to let your
personality and
clank
shit.
have the run of the ship? If so, then I expect you to see that it does not get underfoot, and to discipline it. If there is nothing else, then I will go on ahead to the recreation room.
I wonder how much of like, well, I guess it originally was just in Japanese, not localized, but you know they can easily just put in like there's like accents in Japanese, I'm sure.
Business.
Like they probably have an idea of like what
Real
a
piece of work,
Australian speaking Japanese sounds like. But I wonder if this was just like, you know what I bet it was. I bet you went to each of these areas and it's like how Labrys in Persona 4 Arena speaks with a Brooklyn accent in the English dub, but in the original,
in the recreation room too.
in the original, it was more of just like some sort of dialect from like another region other than Tokyo, like a Kyoto dialect or something.
It's as if
and that's the equivalent of Brooklyn as far as
but I suppose that's just your
localization goes. What's the equivalent of Australian?
Do you think so?
Hokkaido's accent? I don't know. Maybe like I guess, the other end of Japan maybe. That would be more southern, or like Okinawan. It's cool. This game's good. I like the. Where does this lead? There's 3 levels. Well, I don't know where I'm going, folks. Been about 3.5 hours here, checking out Live Alive. We checked out the martial arts chapter. You know what? Let me just bounce out of here. We'll go back to the menu to sum up what we did here, and then I'll send you all on their way. Settings. This one's a little dry so far, but I'm sure once things pop off, once the alien appears, it's gonna get really, really scary and spooky and shit. That's my bet. That's my bet, just based on like the tropes and like just based on the tropes that this is playing with so far. It's very much fixing for an alien style like climax. Anyway, we spent some time in Imperial China, recruiting some apprentices to teach kung fu to. We did some gunslinging in the Wild West and defended a town from a pack of outlaws. We checked in with the near future and found out that the guy is psychic and seems very anime. And this chapter seems very alien. Very aliens. Very much like a bunch of aliens running around, whatever's. Gonna be some spooky stuff in it, I'm sure. Anyway, the game seems good. I kind of wonder what kind of thing prehistory is, what kind of movie. Present day seems to be some sort of like Rocky type situation, and whatever Edo Japan could be, like genre-wise. I'm sure I will find out eventually, but that'll probably not be on stream. I'll probably find out in my own time. I think this has just been a nice little check-in, and nice little like me trying a game for the first time type stream, and I hope y'all enjoyed it and enjoyed going along with me for it. Let me pop up the schedule for next week, which I have right here. next week, I'm doing Link Between Worlds, DK Jungle Beat, and viewer levels on both Monday and Thursday this week. And that is because there's no Friday stream on account of the big Saturday stream that's coming up on Saturday. But also, there's going to be a stream on Tuesday where I check out the new Hitman map. So look forward to all that. That'll be coming up next week. And of course, on Saturday, I'll be doing the big Celebrfest, which will be an all-day thing, starting around 2 p.m. I got viewer levels planned for that. Lemmy's Revenge, DK64 randomizer with turbo settings, really fast-paced settings, you can see. Simpsons Hit and Run with only 5 redos allowed, and a regular old playthrough of Paper Mario TTYD. Oh, and perhaps a watch party. We'll see if we can do that. The plan is for that, there'll be a sub goal, 10 subs. We watch a movie, 20 subs. We watch a bad movie. So that's the plan. Let me. You know what? I'll keep that out. No reason not to keep up this week's schedule while I send y'all on a bit of a raid. All right. Let me see who's online. I'm thinking either sending y'all over to Anal Raid or Sulkin Raven. There's also Havocast, who likes, is sort of fella who likes to hear what everyone's planning and big plans. Actually, you know what? I think I'll send you over to Anal Raid on a day, or Silicon Raven in a day where we have more people. Since this is a smaller raid, and I do want to talk a bit about myself in the channel that we're going to, I think I'll send y'all over to Havocast, and maybe we'll talk to him about what's going on here on this here channel next weekend. Alright folks, let me go to the computer, I'm gonna type in the raid thing, and then I will send y'all on your way. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching me play this here game. I thought it was pretty good. I appreciate like how much each of the 7 chapters is its own different genre piece, and how it plays with genre and length in a way that, like, the cowboy section was like an hour or 2 long, and it had like 3 combat things in the whole damn thing, and that's really amazing. Like, you don't see games like that. You don't see like there's 1 big combat encounters and then you're done. That is so much like a movie and so much unlike a game. It's really amazing. I'm really blown away by that in particular, and I'm looking forward to actually finishing some of these other ones and hoping to see, like, oh, they're just as, like, well put together. Anyway, I'm going to send y'all over to Havocast. Thank y'all for joining me. I will see y'all next time, which will be on Monday. Monday for Link Between Worlds, Jungle Beat, and SMM2 viewer levels. That'll be... Maybe I'll switch around the order on that on Monday and Thursday. Maybe I'm thinking actually starting with viewer levels and then doing Link Between Worlds and ending on Jungle Beat this time. We'll see though. I'll see you then. Bye folks.